So you wanna learn about beer? Stay tuned and never fear. They're the guys for the case, 'cause they'll tell you all about what they taste. We got Mudhole, B&Q, we loves Star Wars and grilling too. And Knops got loves baseball and board games, he's played them all. There's no place I'd rather spend the Monday nights than here, having a few chuckles and damn good beer. Now it's time for Two Beerded
Drew,
Guys.
like,
Yeah, I saw Drew was on recently.
yeah, Drew did not sit in that chair. I told you that.
All gangster lean too. He's like way back. I saw.
Oh,
like, when he was in
Drew's
photo.
got the straight gangster lead
He's so,
every
he's
time.
so gangster leaning it.
By the way, we just went live. What is up to all you lovely people? We are happy to be back.
Absolutely.
Holy shit. It's funny. We had obviously busy holiday shit, and, you know, we weren't doing a show on Christmas.
Nope.
And I was barely functioning on the 1st after my best friend's New Year's Eve wedding.
Good planning ahead.
In all fairness, it wasn't as bad a hangover as I expected, but I was just exhausted.
Oh, yeah. That's fair.
A Sunday wedding too.
He had a Sunday New Year's Eve.
I guess everyone had the day off after that.
We
right?
were on the dance floor with the ball drop and everything.
Pretty impressive.
It was a hell of a lot of fun.
It gives you something to do, right?
Except for, the whole, wide open bar with really good liquor.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to say wide open bar with topless dancers. But
I thought I was like, man, that
thought
was
that's
a
where he
way
was
cooler
going,
wedding
man.
than I
Wouldn't have
expected.
surprised
I was
me.
like, damn it.
Yeah.
I'd have brought you as a date, John, if that was
Thank
going to be a thing. I got to wear that's what I should have worn in here today. I'll wear it next week for you. They gave me a fez.
All right, yeah.
My buddy's Lebanese, and so
Okay.
they had this traditional Arabic dance. They bought all the groomsmen fezzes for it.
Yeah. How was the food? They make it. They have their own food, or they have...
No, they had it catered, but it was really good fucking catering.
Okay.
But no, Maha is a hell of a cook, and I've had his mother's food many, many times. But
Yeah.
she was like, "Nah, man, there's too much money between all the families. We ain't making it." But hell of a lot of fun. But I'll have to wear the fez in because my buddy's dad, he's Lebanese. He's lived in Saudi Arabia. He's lived all over the world. He's like, I put it on, and I got my beard trimmed up just a little bit. My hair was pretty short. And he goes, I put on my fez, and he goes, Tyler. I'm like, yeah, George. He goes, oh, you look really Egyptian. You're the only one this works on. And I'm like, and the best part is Mooch turns and goes, what about me? And he has his on, the Lebanese guy. His dad looked at him and he goes, it fits him more. I'm like, George, you have no idea how much that just made my day.
I love that.
I just your culture, your son.
Yeah. That's how it works, right?
Wait, are you still in their culture? Is that cultural appropriation?
Not if his dad's the one that does it.
Okay.
I didn't say it.
I was going to say, we can't go down this route.
I didn't say it. His dad did. There's a difference. But yeah, we're happy to be back. John probably won't drink much, if at all, today. We'll give him some little samples, some small boys.
Let's see where we go.
Life,
Yeah.
work, everything.
Get him drunk, you might get a little feeling better.
Just first
Beer
beer,
fixes
just
everything.
hammering.
Yeah, there you go.
Pour a shot of Bardstown over there. Just let's go. Kick it off right.
I
But
wouldn't do that to the Bardstown.
But we do have 7 beers lined up, and some have been brought to us by our good friend Cody here, and we're excited because I'm TVG_ops guy.
I'm Mudhog B&Q.
Our guest today, the one, the only,
Cody Moon.
he is the newest head brewer of Two Toms Brewing out of Fort Wayne and the Fisher's Tap Room. And behind the camera, the one, the only.
I'll screen Matt.
I'm excited. Anybody that's ever been to a beer fest in Indiana in the last year and a half's probably had a chance to drink beer that Cody's made. Whether you got a chance to meet Cody or not is, up in the air. It's a beer fest. You might have met him and been too drunk. He might have been too drunk. We don't know.
With the old company, I was about at almost all of them. So before I transferred
Ain't
over
that
to
the
Tom's,
truth?
I was
Between you and Holder, I think it was impossible not to see you. At least one of you.
That was secretly the way that we hung out, is just going to all the beer festivals.
The significant others don't need to know.
What was funny is that I was with my wife with me, so it was like, hey,
That's
we're
true.
we're going to Indy, we're going to Kokomo, we're going to Hops and Drops over at Indiana Beach.
yeah,
Like,
I'm just
we were,
bored.
Yep.
we were everywhere, man, for sure. So
We do always kick off our show with most anticipated beer. Matt, John, you guys have seen it a little less, but Matt, as always, you will kick it off. Again, this doesn't necessarily have to be the one that you think will be the best or know will be the best, but it's more, Which one are you just excited to try? We have a barley wine here aged in rye barrels. We have a peppercorn stout out of River North in Denver. The beers you brought, and then a Hefeweizen out of Fort Wayne from Hop River.
I am looking forward to. Is this the collab stout that Cody graciously brought?
Which one? No, the collab was the IPA.
Oh, okay.
The stout
Yeah,
is
yeah.
just by Burial.
I'm still looking forward to that.
Yeah, I
I've
would
heard
say
Burial.
the
I haven't
same.
had Burial that I'm aware.
So we have a Burial stout. We have John.
You know, I wasn't even sure if I was going to drink tonight.
Your mind's already changed.
But with that being said, it sounds real bad. Well, even with the gut issues, I'm going with the Foder.
Nice.
Yeah.
For me, honestly, it's real simple. It's got to be from scratch brewing that Foyder. I am. This one, it was between these two for me.
Yeah.
Shocker, it's between the two sours for me. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a whore for traditional sours. So
You have to finish that sentence.
do I?
Just cut it
You
off.
didn't have to.
Yeah, I was like, do
No,
I?
I said you didn't have to.
Oh, I thought you were telling me I do, and I'm like,
No.
Ooh.
according to my sister-in-law, I can just stop it. I'm a whore.
Yes.
That's I think that's what John was saying.
God, I love that woman. Greatest
Did Cody tell
conversation
us what
ever.
he's looking forward to?
Yeah, he said the same thing as when
Yeah, I
Matt
was
said
gonna
this. He
say-
just goes, yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
either the scratch brewing. But look, I've had a couple things from scratch that I've really loved, and I'm all about the weird stuff. But
No.
and obviously all the burial stuff is like my little baby.
Oh, you mean beer?
And I know Harrison Treat's gonna be good because I have that all the time.
And
So
we don't kink shame. It's fine.
yeah,
So yeah, we're drinking here the Ascent of the Blessed wine barrel aged golden sour ale with Vermentino grapes and Sauvignon Blanc grape skins. There you go, John. 7.5%. This is out of Burial. Very excited for this one.
Does he push the right button?
I did, and it's going slow.
that's sexy there. I,
That's really
I
good.
like that a
Man.
lot.
Look at that quality of sugar.
It used to be me putting it on there and Matt putting his hand in the air and twisting a direction until I like lined it up.
Yeah.
John was literally like flipping through online one day, saw somebody use one of those, and then went, "How much are these?
Yeah.
$20? Yep."
I mean, we got a Can sponsor. Thank
We
you,
do?
Craft or Die. And we use some of those funds to pay for it. So.
Which we are using our Craft or Die glassware today.
I was gonna ask where all this stuff came from.
So we have a metric shit ton of Craft or Die glassware, and
Okay.
John's going to be ordering another one Friday probably.
Yes.
They came out with one of the.
No problem. It's good.
Yeah, it's this Friday, isn't it? Or
don't
it might be
know.
next. But it's a Punisher glass.
Nice.
But it's a mirrored glass, so kind of like this one is, where
Oh wow! Yeah,
you
that's
have the image
impressive.
popping through the image.
Yeah, that's cool.
Except it's the back of a guy's head that's had the hole blown out where he's been shot by the Punisher, and you see the Punisher aiming the gun right there.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll have to look into this. I've never seen it. This is cool though. I mean, I like.
Yeah.
He does all sorts of stuff.
The
Here's this
colors
was,
are really nice. And
this and that with the two Christmas glasses this year.
how do they hold up against like a dishwasher?
Well,
Don't
consider I have dishwashed a couple. It's not advised. They scratch real bad if nothing else. They do eventually come off, but like we hand wash ours because we spend a decent amount of money on them. But as you can tell, we have some that are old as shit and have been washed a lot. And as long as you're not like throwing it in a dishwasher,
Man, you guys have that ugly glass front and center.
fuck yeah, we have to get Tarnish Hollow some love. Also, all us guys
He's gonna
block
hate
it.
me.
So. Guys, just a reminder, we do score all our beers on Untapped as we drink them. We score them on a 5-point scale in quarter increments. The lowest a beer can be is 0.25 because that's the lowest I can put into Untapped and it register. And if it's that bad a beer, I really want to make sure it gets put in Untapped. I need that brewery to understand they fucked up. 3 is perfectly average. Obviously, it's out of 5. You'd think the average would be 2.5, but for us, we worked in breweries. They get a half-point bump just for trying to make a fucking beer. 3 is perfectly
Like it.
average. Above 3, above average. 4 or higher is seek out. So, like for instance, he may not think this batch, even though he loves Burial, maybe this one isn't the one for him. But he loves Burial. It's a brewery he seeks out, but each beer we base it on. So 4 or higher is that. No matter how, I don't care how I got to do to get it. I get it. That's 4 or higher. Then
What
4,
kind of
7,
weird stuff?
4, 7, 5, and 5. Obviously, those are the ones that like tingle your jingles. Right?
Yeah,
That's
right.
kind of weird.
Yeah.
Under 3, below average, but 2 to 3, a lot of core beers for some breweries can be in that area just because you spend a little less money on core beer ingredients typically. Under 2, that's where it's starting to get like, all right, 1 to 1.75. I spent money on this. My buddy spent money on this. Something. I'll drink it. I'll choke it down. Whatever.
Yeah.
Under 1 is drain pour quality. That is bye bye. But we ain't no bitch on this show.
I'm gonna have to like go back and look at you guys' reviews on my beers in a little while.
Unfortunately, we haven't had a ton of Science Project on the show. Most of the ones we've had were collabs with Holder.
Yeah.
And Holder brought that down, let's be real.
Yeah, always.
Always.
I think the Rocky Road one we had not that long ago, we gave a pretty damn good score to.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, when it comes to drain pour beers, Mama didn't raise no bitch, so we don't drain pour on the show. They're sober kids in Africa. You know, we got to make sure we do our part. There it is. Thank you. And
He was debating if he should or shouldn't laugh.
I know.
I also debated whether or not to say it because it's been hit or miss the last few weeks. So, but I went for it. I'm glad I did.
Before you
It's
keep going,
a socially awkward laugh, is what that was. It's like,
Yeah,
this is on the air somewhere.
Am I allowed to laugh at this? I don't really know if it's appropriate.
that's why we do it.
so since this is the first week back in a couple, we do have some people watching. Want to give some shout outs. Jules Russ Xavier
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
says what's up, drinking beer and enjoying the snow over there. So apparently they've got the white powder stuff.
Well, I
That's
suppose
on the
we're supposed to get
ground,
white
not the
powder
other kind,
tonight.
John.
Dude, my yard is still covered.
Is it?
Rob
Bumfuck nowhere.
is on. Rob Gibbons. He says,
Gibbons!
Cody!
Oh my god, dude.
Says
Gibbons!
He taught Cody how to make beer hot in Leesburg.
I was just
No,
telling
hot
that story the other day to somebody.
That's scary. You had to be taught
First
something
time I
about
ever,
Gibbons.
first time I ever met the guy, he just like takes over my jockey box and starts pouring hot beers. And
That
next
sounds
thing you
like
know, I have no Mexican lager left.
Yeah.
That sounds like Gibbons.
But he's a treat, man. I love that guy. He's nice.
He says, well, look what the cat coughed up. I don't know if that's for us or for Cody, but
Probably a little bit of both.
yeah, maybe
probably
all
a
the
little bit
above.
of both.
Carrie Davis is on. What's up, sir?
Carrie!
He says, happy beer day.
Happy beer day.
we
Carrie,
have-
I'm going to message your wife.
I love us.
So not weird, really, in context. Sarah Yasmin, we got some little party. Yeah, what do you call
That
them?
noise?
Are those honkers? What are those?
Probably vuvuzelas.
Oh, God.
We also got Timothy Duffy. Cody loves his hot beer. He joins
Oh,
in.
dude. Of course he does. That's who I was telling the story to. So
Aren't you glad you came on the show? Your friends are just going to give you a shit.
no, I was stoked. Like I said, when I talked to you guys earlier, I was stoked about coming down, and I was also stoked to be about to be the first one of the 2024 series. You know?
Absolutely, dude. You're kicking it off this
Until
year.
I realized tonight's a national championship,
Yeah.
Oh, shit, it is, isn't it?
and I was like, oh.
It's Michigan versus Washington. Who fucking cares?
I mean, I care a little, but
Got money on it? Is that why you care?
oh, always. Sportsman is my secret hobby. Not very secretive about
What
it.
year
but-
is this? This year's?
It should have been this year. I just looked it up.
I didn't see a year
Yeah.
on the bottle, so.
We also got a Brent tattoo. I wonder who that is. Says,
Schwimmer!
Gibbons clarifies the point is to run out of beer when you're at a beer fest, Cody. So I think he's looking for a thank you.
Always.
We've also got Garrett Moon says good looking dude there in the middle.
Yeah, the little brother there, man.
Oh, I love it. Don't worry, my mom's tuned in, so.
Yeah. No, I had to send the text out, man.
Pete's
Like, hey,
underage kids is
As you
watching.
should.
I was like, hey, I'm gonna be on here. Come check it out. So
Yeah.
Speaking of beer, though, if you have anything else, Matt, give it 1 second.
Real quick, Hayden Putt or Poot P-U-T-T. Yo says Hayden.
What up, Hayden?
Yo.
So this beer,
Get Duncan.
I will tell you right now, it has a very nice grape flavor.
Yes.
yeah, like
That tannin from the grape, that wine-esque flavor with
it's
just
like
that
what
little
I
bit of
want
sour.
white wine to taste like. Like if you know what I mean. Like I have white wine. I'm like,
I would drink white wine if it tasted
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm
this.
saying.
I
Yeah.
drink dry reds. I would
Yeah.
drink white wine if it tasted
yeah,
like this.
I think I would like
Get
that
that
too.
nice sparkly to it. This is a beautiful fucking tasty beer.
Yeah.
You're struggling.
I ate a whole bunch of
I watched you pour that in there, and I was gonna tell you that there's some floaties gonna be in that beer, but
they're crispy.
oh, I bet they are.
Oh.
It tastes great too.
The beer was great. It just caught me off guard with the texture change. Anyways,
Garrett just says this man just called me little. He's got the laugh cry emojis.
He is taller than me, but he is smaller than me.
but I'll tell you what, that flavor profile,
Yeah.
unbelievable. It's not quite as tart as you would expect, but I love the dryness.
Yeah. And it's got that for sometimes sours with that are aged in a wine barrel. I worry, is it going to lean towards vinegar? Because you definitely don't want vinegar wine, and it doesn't at all. It's very tasty.
Thank you,
I'm
Nice
still
floral
chewing
notes.
on some crunchy notes, so you know.
dude. It's
That caught me so off guard. Nah.
I forgot that. I probably should have told you that too.
I thought.
Fair warning. There's gonna be some stuff in the scratch.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing is, I knew it was probably there. I just, when I looked, I didn't see any. And then
Yeah.
when I tipped, right as it was about to come down, I was like, no, too late.
Yeah. That's how it works, man.
It's all good. It's all good because
how it
that beer
works.
was so fucking tasty, I couldn't
yeah.
fucking care less.
I think the more I drank it, the more my score went up. I think it's going to end up at a 4.5, and that might be low.
Yeah. John's kicking it off with a 4.5, it sounds like. Again, we do take the average of the 3 on-screen scores. We don't ask Matt his score unless, for instance, John had to step away. But we will ask him the score. It just doesn't count.
Yeah.
He matters. He just doesn't count.
As he's cleaning the glasses for us over there.
Oh, he's our dish bitch. It's fine.
Oh, dude. Now I looked this up. There is a bunch of years of this. I get that's why you asked.
No, I just threw out the question for shits and giggles.
So this is 2020.
All right. You
Okay.
dick.
Well,
good.
I mean that's the logo label, right?
Let me see.
Also,
Okay,
I didn't
yeah.
realize that
That's a badass logo.
glass was dual sided.
That's what I got.
Until Tyler said that just now.
No, that's what I said. I didn't realize that either.
How long have we had that glass? And I'm just.
Oh,
not
maybe it's
paying
2020.
That's the brand new
Predator glasses.
Maybe it's
too.
2021.
It is?
Yeah.
Actually, I have no
thought it was
idea
the
what year
dots.
this is.
It's either 2021 or 2022. It's not 2023. I bet it's 2022.
Okay, it's 7.5. It's 2022.
There we go. All right, there we go.
We figured it out.
Woo! Team effort. Yeah, so 4.5 out of John. What are you going to give it, Cody?
I'm kind of torn, like, because I've had so many of these that I feel like I'm at the 4.25 range.
Hey, it's still a solid score.
No, it's again. I feel like
when you've had so many and this one doesn't
yeah,
score as high
it is
while
it is
still
what
being
it
a
is.
4.25,
Yeah.
I think they make a good beer on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's solid. The grape flavor's phenomenal. It's where I want it to be.
For me, I'm going to go just a little higher like John and be a 4.5, so it will be a 4.5 average, but as long as you're above a 4 on this, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is why Matt doesn't count. But Matt, what would you give it?
Despite myself, I can't besmirch this is a well-made beer. Not me, but a good beer. 4.25. I'd say
Oh shit! Look at him
I
go.
think I wouldn't search it out, but I get why one would.
Maybe we should lower our score, John, because if he liked it that well, it must be a very terrible sound. No.
Or you guys underscored it. One of the two. Rob says, riveting vlogging, boys, riveting. And Chris Knight jumped on. What's up, sir? He says, yo, Cody. And
dude, I love Chris.
also says, well, and you fuckers too.
Love you, Chris.
And Carrie says, Bunny's at a board meeting because I think she's very bored.
All right. Well, I sent her a message. I'll let you know if she
Did it
responds.
just say mouthfeel? I really hope it did.
If it didn't, John, yeah, you should leave. You should just be on the show today.
One of the reasons we brought Cody on, besides the fact he's been making good beer in Indiana for a little while now, the big thing is we had a job change recently.
I did.
You know, we're rocking the 2 Times hoodie. I like the logo placement there.
Yeah, I got a rep for sure.
How's the difference? You know, you jumped in size a lot.
Yo, yeah.
How's that feel? How's that working out so far?
One.
Fuck those guys. No.
No, one man. Like I'll tell you, like if you have the opportunity to meet Tom Carpenter, the owner and head brewer, however you want to call him, 2 times. Like he's a phenomenal guy. He's been one of my mentors for many, many years, and it was one of those things where when he reached out, it was kind of like I had to like go talk to my wife and be like, "Do you think this is real? Like, is this happening?" And
Pinch me.
and so it was one of those things where it's like it's a different role than I played at Science Project. You know, at Science Project I was head brewer, but I was doing everything beer wise because I helped open that place. It was from the ground up. I built the brew room, planned it out, purchased got the equipment planned out. It was all me kind of thing, with the help of Tim Eaton, who owns the place. But I'm kind of on a backwards seat right now. I'm kind of doing the behind the scenes stuff. Tim Duffy, was watching the show, is we quote unquote put him as our assistant brewer, but he's doing majority of the brewing. Been with the company for a little while now. He's killing it. He's pushing himself to new limits. He's writing his own recipes now. So when having him in the brew room,
that one's yours, right?
Yeah, that one's mine.
This one's.
I got the Grinch.
He has a
All right.
Grinch. So it's a different role than I am used to, but it's a fun role. I'm glad to be back in Fort Wayne. The hour and 15-minute drive to work every day sucked, 3 days a week. But it's a different role. But I'm very blessed to be where I'm at for
You
sure.
were driving. Oh wow.
After my day job.
Yeah.
I mean, I worked till I'll get there at 5 o'clock. So, I can't say a bad word about Science Project, man. It was to get me in the industry, and I got to meet a lot of guys, Rob and Chris and Brandon. All those guys I got to meet so far.
Yeah.
Before that, I was a little home brewer, man. So it was like, got me in, got me noticed, got me.
Clearly got you noticed. 2 Times growing quick.
Yeah, it's nice, and so I'm very excited about the future of 2 Times and what we're gonna be chasing, and what we're gonna be doing. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty blessed.
And
I'm excited. It's definitely. So what's the brute? Oh, go ahead, man.
Oh, sorry. I thought you. Tim's still watching, as he says, custom made hoodie. Asterisk.
Well, if Tom would buy me 3X merch, I would not.
Feel that pain. Bro.
I got shit for it because this green is not his green. It's I purchased the logo fake. So, yeah, of course he brings that up.
And
don't worry, we're right there with you on the 3X issues.
I
That's
mean,
why we order 3X merch for that we sell for us.
Oh
yeah. No, that's how it has to be, right?
Damn straight.
And Tyler Tim Northquist says, "Boiler up."
That's right. That's what I was gonna say. I saw that jersey when I walked in, man. I was like, I love that.
Dude, this is the shirts the coaches were wearing when we were down in Hawaii for that.
Did you go down for
the guy's shirt?
No, I wish.
Oh, I
But
was like,
it was funny because this is how I'm such
How
a
do we not know he
Boilermaker.
went?
My mom straight up saw it on TV and went, Tyler would fucking love that shirt, and
Yeah.
just ordered it for Christmas. I was like, I opened it up and went, I didn't even
that's
think to
awesome.
ask him for this.
That's
like,
awesome.
fuck yeah, mom.
Yeah, I get a hoodie every year for Christmas, and
And then you get yelled at because it's the wrong color green.
no, I get yelled at for
think
making
one.
my own. That's what it is. So
Michael Meeks just jumped on too and says, "Triple X all the way, baby."
yeah,
Yes,
baby.
yes.
Shocker. Beer people that are triple X.
Yeah.
Well,
It is.
we laugh because as many big people that we know in craft beer, we sell out of our 3X, but not quite as fast as we sell out of like our medium.
Dude, all the time.
Our mediums just fucking boom,
Yeah.
and we laugh every fucking time. Mediums and larges are gone,
Yep.
and then 3X goes not long after that. But then like XL, 2X, and small are like our last ones.
Yeah.
I was messaging Bob, and I have not sent him a shirt yet. I go, hey, what size? He said XL.
I have the shirt size down.
You're
there.
like, thank God
And-
for you too.
And I looked, and I said, I actually have Hot Wars available in XL still, and that one's almost gone. So
Yeah, no,
Can
I've
confirm.
noticed when I've gone through our numbers, for some reason, XL, 2X, and small are like the last 3 sizes. But
Yeah.
medium, large, and 3X, it's like pretty small person, average human
Yeah.
being, average to slightly smaller than average human
and then the
being.
greatest.
Fucking
ever.
big bearded motherfuckers.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's because all the guys are bearded. That's why they want your stuff.
Hey, we ain't dumb.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I get it.
We also got Brandon just jumped on. His ears must have been burning. What's
Holder.
up, Holder?
Oh, older.
Hayden says, "I need XLT." LOL.
Yeah,
He's a
that's-
tall dude.
All right, you tall motherfucker.
And
Yes.
Tim asks, "What are we sampling?" Perfect
Well,
timing.
yep, we're drinking the Harrison Street Wheat out of Fort Wayne. It's from Hop River Brewing at 4.7%. I haven't had much Hop River beer, so I'm pretty excited for this. We have no idea
Yeah,
where
we
this
don't know
came
where
from.
it came from. I don't know how old it is.
Yeah, we're hoping it's not too old. I don't think it is.
I mean, it
but
tastes good.
It came from the beer fairy. Don't you guys know?
Yeah.
We do have that Or my favorite is when we run into people and they throw shit in our coolers or whatever, and we forget.
Yeah.
And then we pull it out. We're like, we don't know where this
tasty.
came from, and we drink it. Like, for instance, Gibbons did that to us a couple times, and he's like, "Oh, you're finally drinking the beer I gave you," and we're like, "Oh shit, yeah, that's where it came
It's
from."
probably taking 2. Why he puts 2 in there though? He's like, oh, what do I want out of here?
If you're watching,
Yeah.
you gave us this beer. Please trip up.
Oh shit. I'm not a Hefeweizen guy, but I'm not mad at that.
No, it's balanced, man.
Yeah,
John still doesn't like it.
it's a good Hefeweizen.
He says begrudgingly.
I like that it's more banana forward than it is clove forward.
Yeah, that's
I
the
enjoy
reason
that.
he hates banana stuff. So,
Oh, I love banana stuff.
and I typically don't like Hefeweizens but my biggest thing is I get tired of having a ton of clove.
Yeah.
That's a lot more banana and
Yeah.
I love the effervescent feel. It is very tingly on the mouth.
See, I have a very weird
Someone called it mouthfeel.
obsession on clove with beer. Is like you should like just wave it over the kettle and then throw it in the trash. Never put it in there.
Like
So-
vermouth and a martini.
Yeah, like, for
Yeah.
real. I mean, it's like I hate clove, and that's why I don't drink like a lot of Belgians or like
Same.
those kind of things because I'm like it's not my go-to. Like I mean, Tom released recently a barrel aged Belgian quad, and I was like not excited about it, and then I had it and I was like, oh wow, this is very good because there's not a lot of clove in this thing.
I've noticed that sometimes Belgians we'll either go banana clove or orange coriander.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Depending on which
the
Belgian you
triples
use.
and stuff, you're very much
Yep.
Am I crazy on getting almost like a citrusy like kind of finish on this too? Like even especially on the nose, like
It's a little bit dry. It's a little bit kind of fruity, a little bit at the end.
Yeah, which I
don't know
think-
if citrusy, but also something more than banana.
yeah, it's kind of like at least it's refreshing. Like I kind of enjoy it.
It's definitely refreshing.
It separates itself because of that, because of the lack of the clove and this other fruity kind of finish. Like it's nice.
By the way, I want to give a quick shout out to our Patreon supporter and / wife of John, Steph Couch, because she got tired of me stealing her corkscrew that we use for like our wax cutting when we have waxed bottles and stuff. We have plenty of bottle openers everywhere, but when it comes to like wax, we always were like, fuck. John would run up, steal the corkscrew, and then it'd get left down here, and then she'd go to have a bottle of wine and want to murder me. Not John who went to get it. It'd be murder me.
Just because you're the opener.
Yeah,
So-
you're the one using it and leaving it.
So,
Last one touched
Steph,
it.
I came down here. I haven't seen him since before Christmas. Came down here. There was a present sitting there for us. I opened it up, and it's a...
Wrapped in all?
Oh, it was wrapped in all.
Absolutely.
Love me a wrapped gift, dude. I tell you.
Steph wanted to make sure that it was like, this isn't... This
Was
is,
your name on it as well?
It said Two Beerded Guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was in my seat, but,
Yeah.
you know...
That's... I
It
love
wasn't in the middle of the table. It went on that side of the table. That motherfucker was sitting, like, right here.
Yeah, I love that.
It's a step down from the Dicks of Nature.
Oh, that's the greatest Christmas gift we ever got
Yeah,
from her.
yeah,
Dixon Nature
Dixon Nature
calendar.
Yeah, she's a good gift
Which
giver.
is run
Wow.
out.
Dude, honestly, I almost bought that calendar for my brother-in-law who like travels all the time, and my wife was like, "No, that's not classy." And I'm like, "Well, okay."
Yeah, that's why I buy it.
You don't buy classy shit for a brother-in-law.
I mean, that dude goes to
I
like,
don't buy anything
he's
from my
like,
brother-in-law, but-
Yosemite, all those national parks, and I was like, "This is prime."
All right, I got two questions before we get more into this beer. Well, one question, really. What is the barrel size difference between what you were at Science Project versus Two Toms?
So batch-wise, it's 3.5 to 5.
Damn.
Yeah, so we jumped a barrel and a half, which is what, like 40 something gallons of beer.
That's a big jump.
But we only have 2 5-gallon fermenters, so we're normally bumping out 10 or 15 barrel batches. So
Yeah.
good size jump for sure.
Yeah.
Good size jump for sure.
And then obviously with having 2 tap rooms and everything else,
Yeah,
you gotta,
yeah.
gotta keep them stocked.
Well, it's weird because like I was so used to. I was with Science Project from when we opened just after the year mark, and I felt like we were fermenter being transferred to the bright tank, cleaning it the next day, filling it the next day, and like at Tom's we don't have to go that fast because we have bigger batches, so we can kind of take our time and it like. Every time I go in there, I'm like, we have an open fermenter. Why are we not brewing? Like, I'm ready to go. Let's go. And Duffy's probably like, oh, thank God that he's not letting him brew that much. But I'm just so antsy about like, oh, we're gonna run out of beer. And, I mean, Tom has ran this company for 5 years. Like, he knows what he's doing. So I'm gonna trust that. But I just
Tom's over here going, bro, I've never run out of beer.
yeah,
Like, I'm gonna need you to chill.
He's like, chill out. Yeah, chill out.
I love it. Guys, if you haven't been to the 96th Street location yet, it's a really cool spot. It's fun. They do a lot of cool shit in there. Always, it has a nice big bar. We're big bar guys. We love to sit at the bar and meet people.
Nice little horseshoe bar over there.
Yeah, and for us, I hate breweries that don't have bars or have very small, inaccessible ones. I want to go sit, because I go into breweries by myself sometimes. It's nice to sit at the bar and meet the bartenders.
Yeah.
Or
The
John and I
bartender's
go
gonna sell
in.
you your beer.
I mean, 2 of our indie bartenders are watching the show right now.
Exactly.
So-
They're not working at all. No,
It's Monday, we're
on
not
Mondays.
open.
They're not open on Mondays.
Yeah.
I was like, please tell me we're not on the screens. They're going to offend so many people. I know that's
No, trust me, we got in trouble for them not being able to watch a football game on Saturday, so we're working on a TV down there for them to watch some football.
I love it. I love it. And then, if they ever open on Monday, they could always watch it.
No.
Yeah, there we go.
No, don't ever put us in your business. That's how you get canceled.
We may not be on the Verizon store every Monday.
That actually does happen. The Verizon Muncie store, it's usually over one of the speakers there every Monday.
Yeah.
My brother works
Really?
there, and they're usually dead by about 7 o'clock on Mondays, but they're still there for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So him and his buddies will put it on one of the fucking speakers and pull
I
up a
love
phone.
that.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
He'll message every once in a while and be like, oh, live from Verizon. It's like, nice.
I like it.
I hope nobody walks through
like
your
it.
door. Matt, what you got over there?
All right, so Rob says he can't not think of, hopefully I say this right, isoamyl acetate when he tastes banana in beer. And he says he did not make that comment just to force me to say that word.
He knows Matt
Good
so
job,
well.
Rob.
Did I get that right, or was I way off?
John, so I know you're not a big fan of the beer compared to me and Cody here, but what what about it? I know you said it was a good one, which is a compliment for you.
No,
when it comes to a Hefeweizen.
So, I mean, the flavors in a Hefeweizen are there. You get a little bit of that wheat spiciness, but not overbearing as the clove, as you guys mentioned. Banana's there. Like, it is what you would want a good Hefeweizen to be. Which, unfortunately, I just don't like a Hefeweizen.
Yeah.
So when the one's a really good one, I'm not going to like it even more.
Yeah.
So
that's what's hard. And that's what's hard about the Untapped thing for me. Like,
oh yeah.
You know, I'm like, as a brewer, I'm like religiously looking at that and seeing what's going on. But it's like I was also guilty of that. Like when I first started using it back in like 2015, 2016, whatever. Like went to Upland, had one of their cherry sours, and was like, great beer, just way too sour for me. 2.0. And I'm like, wow, you're that asshole.
Yeah.
Like you gotta be able to appreciate what is being made.
Yep.
Like. That beer took years to create, and I'm just here 2. Like,
and that's what I'm going to be fair with it. I'm not going to kill it because I don't like it. But I know what a good beer tastes like. It's, and again, like, I don't go off on people on the internet on social media like Tyler does.
Yeah.
And one guy one time was just like, this beer, which it says red beer right on the label.
Oh, dude, I went ape shit on that one.
He's like, this beer tastes like tomato. 0. And I'm just like, it's a fucking red beer, bro. Like, it's got tomato in it.
I'm not sure if it says anything on the can. I think this beer won gold at Brewers Cup 2018,
I would believe that.
I think.
Award winning, it does say.
Does it?
I'm just saying, I may or may not go off on people on the internet sometimes. It's fine.
He is abrasive.
But I'll tell you what, Cody, you're first to score this time.
I'm probably going to go 3.75. I think it's super solid. I wouldn't go chase it, but I think if I was in the tap room, I'd drink it again for sure.
The cleanliness, I love the carb level. It brings a different. A lot of Hefeweizens are lower carbed, which always drives me nuts because then you have nothing but banana clove because it has nothing to hide behind a little bit. This has a little higher carb, gives you a nice mouthfeel. I'm gonna give it a 3.5, which is a pretty solid score for a Hefeweizen.
It's really funny because I told you I'm going to score it fairly, and I was going to give it a 3.75.
Nice, so it's a 3.75 average. I love that. Matt, again, you don't count, but what would you give it?
I guess a little bias here, but I'm gonna give this thing a 4.25. Like,
Jesus. Oh, nice.
I'm really kind of swinging for the fences on this, but I'm not a Heffa guy, and as much as I really enjoyed this one, like if I was gonna get one, I would want this one. This thing is fucking tasty.
It's hella solid. Like it's super balanced. It's not. I mean, I like it a lot.
Our average, by the way, is exactly 0.01 point lower than what the average is on Untapped. Okay. We gave it a 3.75. The average is a 3.76.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, that is a good beer.
It's just unusual that we're with the masses.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, bud.
Yeah, I got a few of them because we got kind of actually rolling pretty good. People must have missed us. Gibbons says,
They're here for Cody.
mouthfeel.
That's what it is.
Mouthfeel.
Shit, I did it again.
We got Brandon asking a couple things. He says, Tyler hates my small bar.
I was going to comment. No, I was going to say that exactly. I said, I think I've seen more pictures from you guys at Brandon's bar, which is probably the state's smallest bar.
No. You clearly have never been to Northern Tropics in Muncie.
Okay. No, I've also been there. I'll give you that. But I feel like there's a little more space at... I mean, it just feels so small.
Brandon's place is so small. Like, sitting anywhere is kind of like sitting at the bar.
How small is it?
I think that's why I don't notice that it's a smaller bar.
Because you're at the bar 4 tables back. In the backyard, the outdoor bar. No, it was perfect, Brandon, man. I say this all the time with that guy, man. Like, when I first met him, we have a weird, he ghosted me for 2 years on Instagram.
What?
Yeah.
What a dick.
It's funny now because it's just how it works out. But I was a home brewer watching him do his thing on social media. And I was like, how are you doing this? No response. So I met him in person. And then I offered to give him a collab. Or we collabed together. And he was like, well, I haven't had good luck with collabs, blah, blah. So then he texts me. I forget to text him back. I text him. He forgets to text me back. It took us 4 months to get our first collab actually scheduled and booked because we couldn't talk to each other. And then it was nonstop. I think we did 4 different collabs together at Science Project, and we just brewed our other one at 2 times this week. He's a fun guy. I mean, I love.
Can you say what beer you brewed at 2 times?
Yeah, we did a white stout.
Okay.
Ooh.
So like
I'm
a 6.5.
curious because I haven't had one I've ever liked. So
I love a white stout,
Well,
so
I
I'm
mean,
excited for this.
As you know, if you've ever had any of Brandon and I's beers,
it's gonna be weird as shit.
It's gonna be weird as shit, and it's gonna be adjunct, and it's gonna be fun. And but yeah, it was fun to get it back in the brew room to hang out and just talk and hang out.
Nice.
Funny enough.
Rocky Crematorium. No, what the fuck was that?
It was Melting Crematorium, Rocky Road.
That was actually one. I'm not a huge overly sweet beer fan,
Yeah, yeah.
and that was one I fucking liked.
Yeah,
Didn't you guys do a white chocolate one that was aged like a red wine barrel?
yeah.
The sour.
sour.
That was good.
really
That was
Did you
good.
have it? Did you have it at the tap room?
Yeah, we had it.
Yeah.
Dude, when we first released it, we released it for Valentine's Day, and it just didn't hit the way we wanted to. And then we pulled it off tap to put other stuff on, and we kept some kegs back, and I kept tasting it, and I'm like, Brandon, why don't you come get a 6-0 of this for your grand opening?
And he was like, no.
And we poured some, and we both like took a drink, and we looked at each other like, what happened?
It's
'Cause
fucking.
this is
It's
so
delicious.
good.
Yeah.
It's money, man, and that was fun. Yeah,
I've ordered more than a couple of when I was there.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. It's good. So
Speaking of white stout, Brandon says, not planted question number 1. How many bags of missing malt does it take to lower a white stout's ABV from 8% to 6%?
Oh.
Look at him.
That's a lot of disappointment.
So not only did you fuck up enough it lowered the ABV of the beer, now he gets to make fun of you for it, which is almost worse.
it was the saddest day I think I've had in a long time. Like literally,
still
like
get to have
that
it.
happened. We tasted a beer that we were excited to have, and it sucked. That happened. It was just like, and when I didn't realize it, so I'm gonna take less credit for this. Brandon showed up an hour and a half late to the brew day.
So Brandon,
All right.
Brandon.
I waited for Brandon to mill, and I may have forgot a bag of grain. But we're gonna have a banging 6.5% white stout, so that's what's gonna happen.
Let's go.
It may not be imperial anymore, but
Guys, we're drinking I Sit Among an Infestation of Useless Violence Double IPA. That is a long fucking beer name.
I kind of like it, but yeah.
This is from Other Half and Burial. It's a nice collab between them. Maybe they were the plagues we earned, the torturous gifts of invisible assassins, so we become prey of the natural phenomena around us. Perhaps they were unwilling to cede their throne. Brewed with barley, oats, and incognito, double dry hopped with Mosaic, Eldorado, Galaxy, Citra, and Sabro Cryo. Hey, at least they weren't just going to sit on their laurels. They're going to throw some fucking hops at this
Oh, they
motherfucker.
did, yeah. And those flavors are there.
yeah, dude. It's good.
They were making sure you were getting all the fucking hops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you've not had a lot of burial stuff, they when they started hitting big distribution, all their beers were named after like old farming equipment, like plow and whatever.
Combine?
A bunch of weird stuff.
That sounds like sex to me.
But when they started
Wow.
sending stuff out, they were getting denied for distribution rights because the name was trademarked somewhere else. So they said, "Big F you to everyone else, and we're gonna name all of our beer sentences." So that's why every beer that you drink from them is a sentence. Because
Tyler would do that.
no matter
I love them!
no matter what,
Barrel, you now have a new
Yeah.
sale basically
Yeah,
anytime I
On
see your
general
beer.
principle, Tyler is now a fan.
Because that level of pettiness is what I strive to
dude,
most
it's
days.
real. Because no matter what, if you took the same exact words, you're never gonna get it the exact same way that they did it. So every beer is that way. So and if you've did you guys have the To Those That Inspire Us that Tom and I collabed on last year and then re-released this year?
I don't think
Imperial
we did.
Stout.
I don't think we did.
I'll leave the one I brought with you guys, but it's a burial inspired beer. So we went To Those That Inspire Us and other things left unsaid. Again,
I like
another
that.
big long thing, but it's got the Dark Necessity moth. It's got Burial's logo. It's got a monkey reading some books. Like
I love that.
it's prime for that.
So, that level of pettiness, like I said, is what I aspire to.
Yeah.
I have a new job. I started a couple weeks ago. Back in a field that I hadn't been in a long time, but was there for a long time. So, I mean, I relatively know what I'm doing. Well, there's one employee there who I don't think likes me very much. And by I don't think, I mean, I know for a fact this chick does not like me very much. So, it's great because I'm there, we work with kids. I'm like, I'm going to be pleasant. I'm going to be nice.
Oh, I did see that you.
So,
that you
yeah,
got something
so
else.
like every time this girl goes by, I'll say hi until some point in time in that day when she responds, then I'll stop. Well, I've done this to her now for about 2 weeks where it's just, hey, and I'll say her name, hey, and she'll just ignore me. So finally today, she looks at me and straight up goes, you need to stop that. like, you've said hi to me 3 times now. I'm like, well, if you'd responded the first time, that would have been the only one. And she's just, so a little bit later, so she still doesn't say hi.
Yeah, right.
So, of course, the next time she walks by, I'm like, hey. And she just goes, hi. And then I didn't do it again. And I'm like,
It's real easy.
oh, yeah, that level of pettiness is just like, Burial, you have a new customer.
Someone say the pettiest.
Yeah, he's abrasive.
Don't be rude.
As you're like, oh, God.
We literally, don't be rude. Don't be rude. It's not hard.
All right, I got so many comments. Like,
Matt's fucking busy.
I know. Like, I'm like,
He's
I
not
don't have
used
time
to
to
this,
wedge
and I
all
love
this
it.
in. We got Rob Gibbons says because battle is an ass. I don't know if that was, I missed where that would have applied to, but
I don't know where that would have
Oh,
applied
that's
to.
Yeah, some of these are.
yeah,
They're gonna be a little
Throw
delayed
that
sometimes.
one.
yeah. Wedgwood used to have a tap room that seated 5 people. It was a decimal, says Rob. Also, Tim was talking about Brandon's bar. Said, but his bar is so comfy and cozy.
He's not wrong. He's not
tiny
wrong.
guy.
No, I love his bar.
And
We clearly do.
I know. I see it there a lot.
Garrett Moon says those collab beers that you were talking about 5 minutes ago have been his favorite beers he's had in a while. Tim can't wait for the new collaboration coming up.
The one that doesn't have enough malt.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Tim,
I think we're gonna name it that. Not enough malt.
there you go.
Something's missing. That's what we're naming it.
Something's missing, white stout.
And we're gonna put a bunch of extra crap in it.
Wait. Is it going to be a cream pie stuff?
Tim says burial.
Yeah, it's a white stout. I'm assuming it's going to be like oatmeal cream
Oh
pie.
my gosh.
And Kyle Snodgrass jumped on as well. Says good beer. You're doing like a hi.
Hi.
Also, this is a while back, but Tim Northquist is also asking about glassware we're sporting. We kind of covered it before
So,
you mentioned
well,
it.
I'm
but
happily
we'll
to
have to circle back to that.
happy to talk about it again. I'll throw this one up here
Dude,
because it's
this is right up. Tim's my father-in-law. This is right up his game.
So this is Craft or Die, which is the sponsor of our Cam, which has the glass on it right now. Craft or Die is one of the coolest. Nicholas Fate, he is one of the coolest dudes we've had the pleasure of meeting through social media. So Nick does one-off glasses, these short runs. This is the only time you're getting them, and they're a blast. This is his Christmas release this year. Whether I believe it's a Christmas glass or not, it's irrelevant. But this is his Die Hard glass, but then he did a mystery glass as well. We'll go ahead and throw this one up here. And the mystery glass was this evil motherfucking looking Grinch.
Oh, amazing.
And, excuse me, everything's this cool shit. It's all pop culture reference. So we have The Shining, which was the mystery glass. Excuse me, for the shagging, which I can't see over there. It's somewhere. But it is a lot of his Halloween stuff is Scooby-Doo inspired,
Yeah.
but it's pop culture. So it's The Shining, but it was the shagging. So it was Shaggy as Jack Nicholson's
cool.
character. We had Fred versus the Evil Dead.
That was a great one.
That one was
That's
one of my
cool.
favorites. They did a Friday the 13th. No, it was Michael Myers. They did a Michael Myers one the first year they did those. It's all sorts of stuff. We
All
have
the pop culture
we have
stuff.
G.I. Joe,
G.I. Joe, Predator.
The
Macho
Transformer.
Man. We have Predator. We have
We have a Star
So-
Wars and Mike Tyson mashup.
Is
Someone
this like
call that a collab, John.
Star Wars.
when these drop, you got to buy them then, right? Like
So, yeah.
there's not a store you
Pretty
can go
much.
back
Correct.
and
Well,
get.
he has an online store, but they're not there
But
very
like,
often.
I'm saying like you can't find that one.
No. So what you do is you follow him on Instagram, Craft or Die, and then here's your glass back. Follow it on Craft or Die on Instagram, and what it'll happen is usually the week before a release. Sometimes you get 2 weeks notice, sometimes one. He'll put a post up of like, here's the release, or he'll do teaser photos leading up to it.
Yeah.
And then it'll be, here's the release. The release is Friday, and it's always Fridays.
Like 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, and a lot of times by Sunday, if not earlier, they are sold out.
Yeah.
Luckily, we've gotten to know him a little well. He's our sponsor of the Cam, so we get sometimes a little more heads up than others, and that's convenient as shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna want this one.
Yeah, the new one is the Punisher. It is cool as fuck.
Oh, so excited.
John
I saw that. I was just like, I'm buying this.
John saw the sneak peek, and I think like
Yeah, I see it.
just went nuts.
Oh, that back is sick.
Yeah,
that's gonna
here's
be
the
super.
through.
Yeah,
While you're
that's gonna
showing
be
that,
cool.
Tyler,
Yeah.
Tim Northquist says, love it. Thanks for coming that again. He's a new fan now. And Tim Duffy says, looks like Tim Northquist on the glass with his shirt off. And he also says, nice abs. So Tim's talking to Tim. There's too many Tims going on.
There's a lot of
here.
Tims going on.
A lot of Tim on Tim action.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So, how many more Tims can we get, guys? If you know more Tims,
Yeah.
send them the link. Let's just get a Timathon going on right now.
We got at least 2 Tims and a Tom. Like this is.
Yeah. Like,
Damn it, there's the title name.
And then there's 2 Toms.
Yeah.
2 Tims and a Tom.
All right, guys. But back to this beer that we fairly talked about. You get a lot of those hop flavors, and they all bring a very unique quality. I don't like hazies, but this didn't feel as malty, sweet, rich like a lot.
Right.
This had brightness.
Yeah, it has brightness. The oats do bring some of that creamy mouthfeel there into it.
Mouthfeel.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, don't get me wrong. The body's there of that hazy, but instead of that sweet, like, annoying... I get tired of that sweet, hazy bullshit.
Yeah. It's almost, I was wondering if it was a double or triple, and if it's an imperial, because it's not as...
8%'s what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think technically, if you look it up, it is a double IPA.
Okay.
Doesn't say it on the can, but...
It does.
Does it? I missed that then.
Double IPA.
Oh, I did. I apologize.
But everything they do is... A lot of their IPAs are hazy. So...
I haven't added a label to the Keezer for
In a while.
That's a
That
sick
one's
label. I love the other half hat, like, on top up there.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
I'm impressed by the brightness. So many hazies, so many doubles can get just overly sweet and not as bright. That still allowed those hops to shine. So that's a lot of fun. Burial's fucking coming out swinging today. Damn.
Dude, I'm telling you. Every person I introduce Burial to, they're just like...
I believe we've had one on the show before, but it's been a while.
We're coming up in 4 years on this show.
We just...
You've had a lot of beer
It's
on the
this
show.
month.
Yeah.
4 years this month. We started it as a fucking joke, mostly to try to piss our old boss off at the time. And it sort of worked. But it also, we started having a fucking blast.
Yeah.
We started doing more events, started meeting cool fucking people, like yourself. Not so much Brandon, but you know. But guys like Brandon, guys like you, Chris Knight, Gibbons, you name it, we have met some of the coolest motherfucking people.
Yeah.
Tavares Perry and his wife up in South Bend.
Tavares.
So
Ryan
funny,
up at South Bend.
because
Duncan
we worked in the beer industry prior to this, and we know more people in the beer industry now from doing this.
Oh, by far. By far.
Well, you know, that's I think my favorite thing about craft beer is there's a lot of really cool people being active in it, doing all sorts of random crap. Like, really random crap. But
That's our goal.
you know, they're active, and it's one of those things where it's like, just cool things are happening, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially in Indiana craft beer.
This beer, before you do anything, I want to give this score. I got to give it a 4 1/4. I think that was one of the brightest, most flavor-packed hazies I've had in a while.
I wasn't going to search it out. Seek it out.
Words are hard.
Seach it.
I seat shit.
I seach it. But I was going to go 3.75.
So I can seat you. I seat you out there.
Cody.
So I've already rated this beer on New Year's Eve,
But it's this beer this time.
but 4.25.
It does end up at
score.
4 on average,
yeah.
but damn.
Yeah, it's tasty, man. And that's why I got when I brought the barrels today. It was kind of like they're the big inspiration of how I brew beer and why I brew beer. So
Matt, give me what you got, and then I want to dig into that a little bit right before the break. So go ahead.
Rob says 8% a session IPA, you Nancy's. And Brett Pittsford, first time we're hearing from today. What's up, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
Long-time listener, first-time
Says, what's up, you beautiful beer people? Miss your faces. Not even an Ann Tyler. Just
Oh, shit.
you
I was
beautiful
waiting
people.
for it. Did you see me? I was like,
I know. And
that's my
And-
brother.
oh yeah,
A lead off into Cody talking there. Brandon has planted question number 2. How do you make smoothie sours?
We'll come back to that after the break.
we can hit a
because-
break now, right?
But we'll come back to that question after the break because I about wanted to murder someone in Tarnished Hollow recently. But
Was it Brandon?
no.
no.
That's
But
high floor right now.
before we go to the break, what is your give us a quick overview. Like, what inspired you to brew? What inspires you to do the beers you do now?
Yeah, so I mean, like, I started homebrewing in 2015. Instantly gave up all my other hobbies. I fished, I golfed, I played video games.
Sounds like a brewer.
Yeah, just fell right into it. And it wasn't even the drinking aspect of it. It was just like, I thought it was. I mean, you smoke meat, right? Like
Yeah.
It's like it's just
Yeah, he
creating something that people enjoy. I probably gave away majority of my first, most of my homebrew batches because I wanted to share. I wanted to see the excitement. I feel the same way about brewing as a brewer professionally. Like, I get excited when I go to these beer festivals and I'm pouring these beers and you're getting this feedback and like, oh, as drunk people are, this is the best beer here. Could be true, could be false, but I take it home and I'm like, yeah, that's what I like to hear,
It's not half bad.
But it's one of those things too where it's the same thing. Like, I work 2 jobs. I want to create these aspirations of these beers that keep me on my toes. That's why when Brandon and I did these beers, like, they were super interesting. We did ice cream series stouts. We did
Wait, you guys do
smoothie
weird
sours.
shit?
Yeah, but I mean, it was like just the communication on like how are we gonna take this vision of. I mean, if you didn't get a chance to try our Shark Attack smoothie sour, it was literally gray. It looked like shark skin, and it tasted like blue raspberry gummies, and it was phenomenal.
That's
I
badass.
loved it. Slayed it on accident, but it was awesome. If you ask him ever, next time you see him, ask him about cleaning out the Bright tank as it's full of beer. It was terrible.
God.
But it's one of those things where it's like, I like to keep on my toes. Don't get me wrong, I love traditional beers. My Amber Ale this last summer took gold at Brewers Cup, which is huge for me. I'm very excited about that. But at the same time, I love that. At the same time, like, it's the beers that like Brandon and I produced, or these weird smoothie sours that I like to do, or things like that, are what keep me excited about brewing.
Well, there's something about going, I want to make a blueberry chicken and waffle inspired brown ale. And somehow finding a way to come up with something that tastes kind of relative to that way.
Wasn't it you guys that went to Brandon with an idea recently? I'm not going to say the idea, but you went to Brandon
it was the full idea. John straight up looked at Brandon and went, I want a martini. No, what was it?
Dirty
Yeah, it was a dirty martini
Well,
inspired beer.
I didn't want to throw any other if he hasn't done it or not yet, but like, that's the kind of shit that we like. Like,
He posted about it just the other day.
You come at us and you say you want this, Brandon has, regardless of what Brandon's got going on, dude's crazy busy. That's his mindset. That's what he's been going back to. How can we turn something out of malt into something that you like to drink or something that you're interested in?
I really feel bad if people don't like this beer because it's all on me.
Broad shoulders.
I might have to buy a couple sixtels.
The good news is it's only a barrel, right? So
Hey, there's a good chance I'll like it too.
Yeah.
And the two of us have been known to down a $6 or two at an event.
Well, a barrel is sixtels.
Yeah. Hey, but
easy math.
Hey, if we can take one down, I feel like we've done our job.
I think you could sell the rest as flights. You'll be all right. I mean, I see 3 taps back here.
We do legit have a trophy for taking down a $6 at a brewery.
Yeah.
In one sitting?
Yes.
Yeah.
We didn't have that much help either. There was only a couple people that bought a couple of them.
Is that the trophy up there?
The Glockenstyle Hop Lore sign?
Yeah.
It was Books and Brews Noblesville's last
We're not even
day.
going to talk about the hockey game where we took it out in the half.
I wasn't there at that one.
He wasn't.
You weren't.
No, I didn't get to go.
That's
We took down the half.
Not just the two of
It was
us.
more than just two.
There was
But
20 of us. And about 6 of us drank beer. Yeah.
still impressive.
When we want
Yeah.
to, we can
beer
do
drinkers.
this.
still impressive. At a hockey game though, because that's expensive.
No.
We'll go into that at the break.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
all right.
guys, Matt, what do you got? And then we're going to hop off here.
Just because they're timely. So Hayden says, I'm guessing the shark beer says was his wife's favorite during the luau.
It was,
That must have
that's
been that
it,
one, I
yeah.
guess.
She was wearing shark-themed shoes that day, too.
Eric Workman just jumped on. What's up, Workman? What's up, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
And Derek Lorenzen says, if only you still showed up on the Beer Share Thursdays, Cody.
This is a feast
No,
of
because
making fun of Cody.
Because
I
he's doing,
love a live cast.
hey, because he's doing a beer share right now. Guys, we'll be right back. We're going to take about a 5-minute break so John can go do family things for a hot second. I'm TBG_House Guy.
My dog being Q.
Cody Moon.
And behind the camera, the one, the only, not Cody Moon, off-screen Matt. We'll be right back. I love Brandon so much
I
for
hate
that.
him so much for that.
That's amazing. For one, Brandon, I love you even more than I ever did because of that second question you asked.
You put some shit in some shit and you get some shit. That's my answer for that.
Actually, I know a few people who drank them and they would say the same thing. No.
Hey, they used to be my highest rated on tap beers.
Oh, they're always high scoring.
They're wild.
No, so
They're all with Brendan too. So
I'm actually going to tell this a little bit on screen because it's funny, not yours, mine.
Okay.
So I was waiting on Matt and John to show up. I was at Tarnished Hollow. This group comes in, and they are beer people because they go to beer fests.
Nice.
So they know beer. And
They know Brandon's beer at Beer Fest?
No,
or
they know
Okay.
beer. They've never
All
had
beer.
Brandon somehow. They said all these beer fests, and I'm like, how the fuck? All right, whatever. But they're like, we've never heard of him. I'm like,
Drink Brandon's beer either.
but it was great. So they're like smoothie sour. That's not even a fucking style. Blah, blah, blah. Just
Was it Grunch?
yeah. They haven't tried it yet. They're just bitching about it because of the style, and I'm just laughing my ass off at the beginning. Then it's like, then they're just trashing breweries that do anything different. Which, don't get me wrong, I love making fun of breweries that do weird shit. It's
Yeah.
just fun for me. But the thing is, I also admit when you fucking nail it, you fucking nail it, and I will fucking hell yes, let's go. And some of my favorite people in the beer industry do the weirdest shit, so
Yeah,
that's funny
how
to
it
me.
works.
But I'm just like, what, like, fucking chill. And then they're like, well, this beer's wrong. They're like, they tried the ESB, and they're like, blah blah blah, 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 and all this shit. I'm just like, the fuck is like, you don't understand. Stop it. So I'm fuming. They finally leave. I'm like twitching. John and Matt get there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
but best part is I find out from Holder, those motherfuckers came back the next weekend and bought a fucking, like, 2 4-packs or whatever of the fucking Grinch after bitching about pastry
I'm
sours.
telling you, man.
Like, I fucking hate you people.
My favorite's when they come in and like, I'm a traditionalist. I will not drink that. And I'm like, well, just try it. Like, you can be
Jesus.
you could be traditionalist. Like,
Which one sure is good, John?
Grinch.
Grinch.
Thank you. You'd think I'd remember.
yeah, you can be traditionalist. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly
I
honestly like that.
I'm a traditionalist for the most
Like,
part.
I like that. Like, I
I'll
like that
try
you like
anything.
what you like. Like, I'm okay with that. But at
You
the
wanna
end of
try
the day,
something?
Day.
no shot.
Good boy.
But it's one of those things where it's like the craft beer industry has changed.
Yeah.
It really has. You know, if you go to a festival and you bring traditional beers, you're taking beer home with you.
Yeah, you are.
Plain and simple.
You are.
Like, that's
We're
just how it
happy
works.
to help with that anytime.
Yeah, it's just how it works. And I'm not mad about it, but it's one of those things where, remember, we're going to have a bunch of chunks in this thing.
Oh, that's why I'm not finishing before. I'll do that to myself later off camera so I don't have the same, like, oh shit moment.
This is dank too. It's gonna be. The bowlers are gonna feel it. But it's just one of those things where you're like, the craft beer scene has changed. What I've always said, forever and always, all my weird shit brings people in. But my classic stuff that I enjoy, keep the butts in the seats.
Yeah.
You might come all the way up to, back in the day, come to Logansport for my smoothie sours or my Imperial Stout with Brandon or whatever. But the cream ale and the lagers and the ambers and those kind of things are going to keep people coming.
Well, you got to have something at your brewery that people know that no matter what weird motherfucking thing you come up with, which they're excited to try, if they don't like it, they have that thing that's
Dude.
always there they can drink.
Yep.
What was crazy was, though, we had a cream ale that we would sell a ton of.
I'm sorry.
But we would, my smoothie sours would outsell the cream ale when they were there, and then they would go away, and cream ale would go back to being top seller, and then new sours would come, and it just.
So
You
are
won't-
you
so this
saying
is
that
a-
your smoothies bring all the boys to the yard?
I fucking hate it.
Dude, Brandon and I wanted to name a beer that, and it didn't go over very well. So maybe now that we have a new place, maybe we'll bring it out.
All right, so this is the Foyder Aged Fig, ale brewed with figs and clover from Scratch Brewing Company. Scratch Brewing Company is out of
I did.
Ava, Illinois.
I like it.
It is a 5.5% ABV. I had just a little bitty sample, and I'm fucking excited to have
Dude.
more. Can you tell us a little bit about them? Because I don't know a ton about them, and there's nothing on the bottle for me to explain why this is important.
So Scratch Brewing was found. I actually have not been there yet, but the owner of Science Project, Tim Eaton, would travel for work, and he came across this place and was like, going to this place and they forage for a lot of their crap. So I think this one says like what, figs and clover.
Clover,
Yeah, clover.
So they literally go off on the property. They're like in the country. There's a bunch of woods. I had one that was an amber ale with maple leaves and something else in it. Like, they forage all their stuff for their beers and they just brew it. When the owner of Science Project went, and we were talking to him, and I was like, listen, I just want you to grab, I don't care what the cost is, give me one of every bottle that's there. Because my cellar just,
Yeah,
they just build up, right? So I was like, I don't want anything that, I don't want anything that's going to, like, go bad. I just want all the bottles. So he brought me back $100 and something worth of beer, and every one that I open, I'm just, like, thoroughly impressed by the flavors and what's going on, and it's nothing like your normal beers. Like,
No.
like, I don't know what you would even, like, style-wise, like, a golden ale with
It's
Farmhouse
really
ale,
funny.
farmhouse,
Saison.
maybe? Yeah,
It
Saison.
doesn't taste like a farmhouse, though.
Yeah, but it's kind of
Yeah.
a little funk, a little wild.
I like the
Little
funk.
wild ale.
You're not wrong there, but there's a light flavor to it. So, like,
Yeah.
it's funny because you get a little bit of that tart, get a little bit of that funk, and then it just turns into this light, like,
Tartness, yeah.
I can just drink this all day
Yeah.
feel. Like, it goes from this tart, weird funk that normally you can't drink. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
big bottle. Even if it's a low ABV, you're like, eventually you're like, man, that's a lot of funk in the belly. Right now, this is the way it ends. It's
Dude.
like, I can
Yeah.
keep drinking this.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even know how to explain it. That flavor is just...
I don't know how much fig I'm getting. I think there's a hint there at the beginning.
Oh, hey, there's some stuff on here.
Oh.
So the inverse of our fig porter beer, this was the inverse of it.
Okay.
This blonde farmhouse ale, nice job, John, was brewed with Chicago hardy figs and clover from our property, then aged in a new oak foeder. The figs and clover lend notes of cinnamon and baking spice that melds well with vanillins in the oak and a balancing acidity from the yeast, the wild yeast and bacteria. I fucking love this beer. It's
Yeah.
such a weird flavor. Not weird as in, like, weird out there. Just weird as in I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
I couldn't, yeah. If you asked me to explain how this tastes, it's...
Matt?
It's a party in your mouth and the whole woods is there.
That's...
In the best way, though.
I'm using that forever now.
Oh my
I
god!
got 3 more different bottles.
I'm so happy.
What's sad is if I would have known that this was the inverse of the porter, I also have the porter. So we could have side by side it.
That would have been fun as shit.
Oh,
So,
that would have been
I
cool.
guess I'll have
Slacker.
to come back now.
So where are they at again? Illinois, right?
It's somewhere in Illinois. It's like
Ava, Illinois.
yeah, it's like down like towards the St. Louis.
How far a drive is this?
It's far.
I remember Smo was telling us about this on a brew day that he knew someone that was like really big
4.5 hours.
into these guys. like, going
Someone
getting
went
them.
recently. I can't remember who it was, and they like actually harvested while they were there.
4 hours, 35 minutes.
How
I didn't
far
know.
is it from St. Louis?
Nobody cares.
Well, I want to know because that's I would.
I'll do both. I see
Yeah,
what you're doing there.
I'll get off.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Hour and 4
No,
minutes.
that bad.
While you're getting off, Hayden says he's so
Well, do
happy
both.
that he said his wife is so happy you remembered her shoes from the luau. And also says that you can't go to a beer fest in Indiana without knowing who Brandon is. I think that's true.
Hey guys,
so
for
true.
any of you, and I should have done this in the first half, but you can tell I have not done a show in a couple weeks. For any of you that are new to the show, which is quite a bit of you guys right now, because thank you.
A lot of text went out today, boys.
We're the Two Beerded Guys, as you know. Follow us on all social medias. Facebook and YouTube's where we go live. Instagram's one of our... It's funny. It used to be our most active. It still is up there. It's YouTube, Facebook... YouTube and Facebook and Insta are pretty much all up there equal now. Make sure that you guys follow us on everything. Our TikTok is now Two Beerded Guys TikTok... Or Two Beerded Guys Live is the TikTok. There is a Two Beerded Guys TikTok. Unfortunately, we lost access to it. They won't give me the password. It's a whole issue. So I just created a new one. And we're real active. So
Where are we doing the beer reviews at? Is that on YouTube or is that on TikTok?
it's on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay.
So all our stuff is on Facebook and YouTube. That's for our lives. So anything that goes live goes out there. We
Kinda
also
Twitch.
have 1 minute reviews that we put on YouTube and TikTok. We have our
Maybe it's TikTok when I saw those. I saw the beer reviews that were really fast.
oh yeah, those
So-
are usually
Yeah, those
there's some
1
on
minute reviews.
YouTube, but also on
I
TikTok.
love me some TikTok.
We have our Patreon, which is a lot of fun because we have a lot of really cool merch. John and I did not wear any today, but we have a lot of really cool merch that our
great.
Patreon supporters get. Depending on the level, there's a free or a $1 level, which gets you, just access to exclusive content. But then every level after that has merchants associated. The $5 gets you one shirt. The $12 a month gets you 5 a year. Yeah, we would rather make less money and give you more shit because we're terrible at that, but it's fine.
I had a guy at work ask about the big PP tier. He's like, "Has anyone signed up for that yet?"
Not yet. I need somebody to sign up for the big
big
PP
PP
tier.
tier?
The big PP tier. I thought he was going to. He's one of those guys like he likes to be like that top guy.
Bad dude.
So we have a big dick energy or
Yeah.
big PP tier, depending on the. We've changed the name of it like 4 times, I think. But essentially, what it is it's the same as the $12 a month, but it's $20. The only difference is, and it's a really cool fucking difference, RJ Leatherwork. So a guy who's been on our show before.
Okay.
We don't have that keychain anymore. We get the giveaway.
Local here in
RJ,
Anderson.
and I don't have my keys on me. RJ does a lot of really cool leatherwork stuff. So
Okay.
John has a custom bell, all this kind of stuff. We have really cool fucking funny ass coasters. Like for instance, this one says
Oh,
"What
nice.
the Kentucky Fried Fuck."
Douchebag.
Yeah,
I've seen harder pussies. Suck it.
there's
These are
a,
thick pieces of leather too.
oh yeah, it just depends, but it's really cool shit. And he's doing a keychain for us for that tier. That's a custom to you only. That will literally be the Two Bearded Guys. Will have our logo, and then it'll either be the big PP guy or Big Dick Energy, something like that. Basically, you're saying I have such BDE that I have a fucking keychain even telling me I am. So
With your faces.
yeah, and it was great because he was a guest on our show, and we're laughing about different stuff, Patreon, and he literally's like, I mean, I could do something for that. We're talking about the keychains. He goes, and we're like, yeah, it'd be funny if we did like a $20 a month, like big dick, big pee-pee. And he's like, yes, I will do that keychain for him. We're like, wait, seriously? He's like, yeah, anybody signs up, however many, I got you. We're like,
I love that. That's fun.
fuck yes, RJ.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Oh, as you could tell when you're doing douchebags coasters,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I like it. I like it a lot.
Couple quick before we get to the
Please
beer.
do.
Sorry. So Tim Northwest again is saying Cody's beer shares are epic. Kyle Snodgrass replies, Cody is epic. Nice. And
Some
Tim,
fans out there. I like this.
yeah,
they're
Tim,
lying.
I need this pump up every day. People. Let's go.
and then Tim says, "Boom! I want that. The whole woods is in there. Nice."
Yeah.
And he
I know.
also-
I haven't shared one of these with him yet.
He
We'll have to
says,
drink the porter
So
together.
you're holding out.
Also, Clown Glass from Devil's Rejects. I don't know if that was
Yes,
movie reference.
they
or-
did. No, they did a.
Oh,
Oh.
that's sick.
Okay.
They did. They did. He did a glass for that one time. They also did a Who Framed Roger Rabbit glass that we missed, and I'm still pissed about it.
I feel like I might have seen that glass out before.
I'm still pissed
That's a great
about
one.
It has the girl on it.
it. It has everything on it.
yeah.
for that
Does
one.
it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe not.
Gibbons is saying he's got an extra $8. ...
Straight dollar.
Gibbons jumps at $8 a month just to get the big dick energy.
Yeah, that's who. You know what?
That's who-
That's the
that's
type
the
of
prime
person.
person.
That's the type of people, because Gibbons is one of our lovely Patreon supporters. Thank you. Which, by the way, Gibbons, you do have a new shirt coming out soon. It looks like we have decided that the new shirt for you guys will go out basically February 1st-ish,
Yep.
into January, February 1st.
That's pretty cool.
For all the longtime Patreon guys, our newer ones, their third shirt, they're still waiting on their second because it's based on, you get 5 a year. So if you started in August of 2023, we spread them
Yeah.
out, ever so much. But really excited for the new shirts we have coming out because
Yeah.
we have our second in our Hop Wars series.
Okay.
So episode
Yep.
5.
Hop Wars, are you
Hop
saying?
Wars.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
Episode 5.
episode 5 is coming
I like
out,
that. I
and
like
it's
that.
a fucking badass shirt. Brandon.
Is that for only for Patreon? Like
No, so we sell all our shirts go to merch. The only people,
Okay.
the only people that are guaranteed stuff though is the Patreon supporters.
Okay.
Yep.
So if in our first event we sell out, everybody we do one-offs just like Craft or Die does. So you're
Okay.
you're just shit out of luck for the most part.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then, but our Patreon supporters, even if it's not a Patreon shirt, so we definitely are releasing more than 5 in a year.
Yeah, right.
So some are there, some aren't, but they get first access before we even order.
Okay.
If they want to go, I'll buy that one. Make sure you have an extra 2XL and for me.
No, I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yep, we'll order an extra shirt, or we'll just hold one back for
I'm gonna
them.
start looking at this because
Yeah.
I want some merch.
Dude, our merch is
And
fucking
we
amazing.
we
I like
carry 3X's.
Yeah,
I'm about it.
we do small to 3X, so we try to get all those lovely sizes, although Drew yelled at
Yeah.
us because we don't have... It's Drew and somebody else has been like, well, you don't have a 4X? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. Just wait for me to keep drinking beer and we'll probably jump to 4X because...
Let's hope that doesn't happen for any of us. That's the saddest day.
Gibbons says, damn shame we won't be able to bring that this Saturday. Yeah, probably not that quick, but working on getting them.
They're not in just... Well,
Yeah.
they might be.
What are you guys doing this Saturday?
So we are
It'll
actually
be a
up
game time
at,
decision.
we're up at Studebaker Brewing this weekend
Okay.
for the history and hops, or hops and history. I forget the order.
Oh,
that's in.
nice. Okay.
For that event at Studebaker Brewing.
Gotcha,
And
gotcha.
so we're really excited for that. We're also, for those of you in that area, Gibbons, Friday, we're going to go hang out at Lakeville Brew Crew, and we're going to get real drunk with Duncan. And then after we get real drunk with Duncan and anybody else who shows up, Duncan, John, and I, and maybe Matt, if he's able to make it, because Matt sucks.
Family, man.
We're going to
Impressive
do
when push
a
'em off.
special live Saturday. May or may not be on the golf cart, driving around, doing beer reviews.
I like it.
So, and that's allegedly for any police officers watching.
Allegedly.
I will not
This
be
is
driving.
sober driver.
Neither one of us are driving, so it's all that matters.
Find their child. They
a
want
golf cart.
they want to drive them, and they are sober. That's how you win, right? It's a win-win.
I love all of that. But yeah, so we're gonna be up in the South Bend area. If you guys are up there,
I like it.
Friday night we're hanging out at Lakeville, and then after that Saturday we're gonna do
Sounds
the
like we might
event,
get snowed in up there.
and then after the event,
Oh
there's
yeah, it's gonna snow.
there's a good chance that
You're not doing anything Friday night. You're gonna be stoned up there.
we hit up Hop Station Saturday night after the event. So
Yes.
you know, come party with
Top
us.
station. for
that
sure.
golf cart might be getting you everywhere on Saturday.
Lucille can get through the snow. We're good. My Mercury, it may sit low to the ground, but that bitch weighs so much
Is that
she
the one
sinks
with the-
through the fucking snow.
The 4-H plate out there.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like it. I like
Dude,
it.
I was a 10-year 4-H'er. I gotta send that money that way.
I was only 6 year, but those were the days, man.
Nerds.
I loved my
But
time.
back to
man.
this beer. It is the woods in your mouth. It is fucking fantastic. I am all about it.
That is really good.
Frankly, it's gonna get a 4.75 from me. I know that was supposed to be John,
It's
but
me,
I'm
yeah.
skipping you. It's 4.75.
I wasn't gonna go that high. I'll go 4 1/4 though. I really, really enjoy that.
I will drink that motherfucker any day of the week.
Yeah.
And now I'm really curious what that fucking porter is.
I
I'm
know.
thinking about a trip to St. Louis. Yes.
Yeah.
Ava, Illinois.
Yeah, I know.
It's an hour and a half from St. Louis.
Or Fort Wayne.
Okay,
I mean, I got it at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could always go to two. No,
Live
that's
so
show
closer,
2
yeah.
times, you know.
I've been to 2 times up there. It's a nice place.
I'm gonna split the two
I
of
haven't.
you. I'm gonna put it at 4.5.
So it will be a 4.5 because he pulled a mat, went with the average.
Dude, it's
He made the average.
I mean, honestly, I would drink that every day. Like if I would be driving distance to that brewery, I would be more broke than I already am.
Oh,
And-
that's one of those breweries. There's a list of breweries
Yeah.
that I have that if I lived closer, it would not be good for
Well, this
all
is.
of
I
them.
mean, this is the first one you guys had. I've had like 4 other bottles that every one of them like saying this. So it's super tasty. Super tasty.
We literally go to Denver every year because of one brewery. Now, it's become a bigger trip than that, obviously.
Yeah.
But the trip started because of one brewery, and we still go back in big part of that brewery.
Plus, they've landed like some massive collaborations.
That's kind of cool.
Fonta Flora out of
Jesus.
Asheville location.
Yeah.
Jester King and them did a beer together. Perennial
Okay.
Artesian.
Jesus.
This is
They're not on Instagram either.
dude. I can only imagine what this place is like. Actually like.
I now want to go so bad.
Yeah, it's gonna have to.
I
happen.
want to show up and it just be like banjos playing.
They did a wild ale with
Or hippies, one of the two.
Mash Pit, which is from Germany.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how this worked, but it's literally called Dead Leaves and Wild Carrot. I'm
Okay.
about it.
I
Let's
love this
go.
place.
Yeah.
I'm in love. It's fine. Matt, what do you got? I see you looking at something.
Oh yeah, so we got a. I hope I don't butcher this. I apologize in advance. Is it Sedareki Rasuni?
Yeah.
Says,
you
"Hey,
get the
Cody
name
is the man."
Very close. Yeah.
Damn.
It says
We call him
he's
Seta.
He normally fucks up things. So
Yeah.
just most things in life.
you
know?
actually did well on that one, evidently.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
And he says he's a 3X. 2 of them are beer.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Seta's my man.
Well,
dude.
check out our Square store or our Patreon, and you can see all the cool ass shirts.
He's an indie guy too.
Oh, even better.
Nice.
I mean, we ship, but like if you're indie, we'd rather meet up for a beer than ship. So
Yeah.
And Gibbons says that we could offer 5Xs, but he says Omar the tent maker upped his prices, so just not really feasible anymore.
I'm the tent maker.
Matt doesn't need that much barley wine.
And since you didn't ask, I'm just going to go ahead and throw out there that before you guys even did the score on the last one,
It
I
was
knew
the
where I
average.
was going to be.
Yep, there it is.
And I
5.
was, despite myself, a 4.5 on that one.
A sour that's 2 sours that Matt's.
He's enjoyed tonight.
See, I bring the heat, boys.
So I do want to say, like, this is going back to earlier how you mentioned people
Yeah.
come to the brewery like, oh, I'm a Keystone Lighter Stout guy, and then you're like, hey, I'm bringing all these bangers, try these. Like, damn, these beers fuck. We need to have Cody on more often.
Wait, you're a Keystone Lighters light guy?
Used to
Hell
be.
yeah.
Used to be.
Okay, I was like,
So.
No, I still
Dude,
Keystone Light.
that's 2
Oh, yeah.
high
He's a big
4s on
Keystone,
sours.
man.
If I'm like drinking beer like for like not just saying if I'm getting drunk, I'm getting Keystone Light, man. 50 cents a
Man,
can.
I haven't had a Keystone since high school.
Oh, it still tastes great. And Drew just jumped on. What's up, Dr. Drew?
Drew!
I love me some Drew.
Didn't even play in that. Look at you guys.
I love me some Drew.
So, what's really funny is Matt hated IPAs, hated
Yeah.
traditional sours. And all of a sudden, we've had a lot of IPAs, West Coast IPAs, that all of a sudden he's been like, so this is pretty fucking good.
Yeah, solid, right? Yeah.
And then, 2 traditional sours, they're like,
It only took 4 years, but
Hey,
we just beat it into it.
yeah.
well, it's kind of just changes, man. Like my craft beer scene started with Sunlight Cream Ale from Sun King, and
Mine started with Hop Slam.
oh god,
Everyone has that reaction. And yet, I love craft beer. That's one of my favorite beers to this day.
Yeah.
my story's over now. I can't continue. I was gonna be like, oh, I went to Osiris, and then I went to this, and then.
So you had a more traditional journey.
Well, I mean, I was so Bud Light in college and stuff, and it was like, it took having an indie friend whose dad was in the Sun King to get me into craft beer, and now it's like, I wish it would never happened. So is my belly and my wallet and my everything else.
It's definitely more expensive.
Oh, dude.
But you know what?
But you also
Worth it.
give up golf.
You get
and,
a support-
and gaming and
And golf is,
fishing, everything
golf's
else,
expensive as shit. So.
I'm getting back into fishing and golfing this year.
I love golf.
My homebrewing game is way down, so I can.
Hey, if you're ever in Indy and want to golf, call me.
I'll hit you out, dude, for sure.
yeah.
So-
Drew's got my back.
don't
He's the
have to call
same
me,
way
it's
as me. He's learned to love IPAs too. He says.
So it's really funny, just all that shit and how you see people grow. Some people are like, I had this really cool weird stout one day and I wanted to know more about craft beer. And then other people are like, I was in college and my jackass buddy handed me a Hop Slam one day at a party and all of a sudden I was like, let's go!
Dude, that's what's wild is like I think about kids now that like, you know, my family that's coming to age, like my wife's brother who he's like 25 or 26 now. His 21st birthday we went to Cleveland and we were hitting all these breweries and like Platform was still open then. We went to a meadery.
Well, the scene fucking exploded.
Yeah, and
that
it was
wasn't
like
a thing when we were all young.
Well, yeah, no, when we were of legal drinking age, I couldn't go to brewery. Like I'd be like, oh well, it's Anheuser. That's states away.
Yeah.
Like,
Or you had to take a trip at least a couple hours.
it's just crazy that like his first I don't know if that kid's even had very many domestic beers. Like because like I was in the picture, I was a big craft nerd at that point already, and
It's really funny because you guys talk about like your intro to craft beer and all that stuff. I'm just like, oh, my intro to craft beer.
was it Red Dog?
No, it's more like I went to Guinness and then Vorsteiner and like
no,
Traditional,
like
yeah.
actually went there.
No, but that's what he
like,
drank.
that's where I started
Okay,
drinking, right?
Okay.
So it wasn't like your Bud Lights and your Coors Lights and all that stuff. So it was the stouts, it was reds, it was
You went traditional as fuck.
I like
Right.
that.
And so then I started craft brewing came thing, and then I was like, oh wait, they have my stouts, they have my reds that I like, and
I'm now curious. Our next beer is Three Good Things by New Image and our mutual friend brewing company. Wonderful. Another collab. 16.8% ABV. There you go, Matt. This rye... This is a...
what'd you say it was?
16.8. This is a...
Hour and a half drive home.
Not high enough,
It's,
right?
not it's small pours. This is a rye barley wine aged 14 months in Kentucky bourbon barrels. There's a lot that stands out about our friends at OMF, but above everything else, it's their attention to gratitude that inspires us every day. Taking time to appreciate this amazing opportunity that we have to realize our dreams by working in the industry is something that we want to take a moment to celebrate. With this beer, we're celebrating three good things. It's a practice in daily gratitude done by reflecting on the everyday occurrences that make our lives full. So here's to a good beer, better friends, and the opportunity to create something beautiful together. I like that last sentence, but the like daily gratitude, like you got a little hippie on me, New Image. Like I'm gonna need.
I kind of like it.
Now the
Touch
good
is not
beer,
very
best
gracious.
friends, and creating something beautiful
Yeah.
together. That sounds like Cody and his love of Brandon and how working together.
Well, that's what That's like I joined Tom's team like end of September, beginning of October, and we collabed with Brandon already. We have a collaboration with Elm Street scheduled, Pax Verum scheduled. We're going to 18th Street next Friday. Like, I love brewing with extra people. Like it's probably the home brewer in me because like everyone does things differently. Just like when you like do your meat and stuff, like people are gonna do things differently, and you're like, oh wait, why do you do that? Well, I do it this way. I'll try your way. Oh, it's easier? Okay, now I'm not going to do my way anymore. And it's the same concept, and it's just fun to get in the brew room and like-minded people and talk. And
Oh shit!
it's good.
And I ain't mad at that.
No.
I wouldn't kick it out of bed for eating crackers.
On that note, Drew says Winter Warmer was what got him into craft beer.
Winter warm.
Okay.
I would advise the one that we had from Wooden Bear. If
Oh,
can,
shit,
If
that
you get a
was
hold
good.
of that, Drew, check that out. That was fire. Gibbons says he still messes with Strohs and bottles. Yeah.
Stroh's nice.
Yeah, he says, but J.W. Dundee's Honey Brown was his first crafty beer.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
And Tim's saying,
Sam Smith's
Tim
style.
Northquist
So good.
says Hop Slam is Neil's favorite beer, so you're not alone. And he asked, Taxman? Anything coming up with them?
For the collab. Yeah,
I'm
you did do
presuming
a collab.
so.
with that.
That'd be cool.
That would be a cool.
Tim's a big Belgian guy, man. That's like it was weird. Like he hit the styles of beer he likes and what I like are totally different.
which
So,
makes it even more fun.
yeah.
And
So-
Derek just said, after this beer, Cody is showing a movie in class tomorrow.
Snow day, snow day, snow day.
I believe the term is now work from home schooling.
No, we don't do that here anymore in Indiana. They canceled e-learning days.
Oh, don't worry, Noblesville still does.
Yeah, that's a shame. Like, kids gotta enjoy their snow day. Like,
So
you know,
I go to
be
a
kid.
country school, man. I got to
Yeah.
feed their cattle and.
Noble Tucky still definitely does their e-learning, and they schedule them just for shits and fucking giggles.
We don't get
His
that.
kids are never in school.
Sahara says, excited for all your collabs coming up as well. So you got a lot of collab hype going.
Yeah, man, it's just fun, man. It gets people excited, and it's like, for us, like Brandon's people, like they know of Science Project now because we collabed with them, and they'll know of Two Times here soon when they get that beer out.
Guys, make
Speaking of
sure
collab-
you follow Two Toms on social media. They post a lot of all the breweries. They're one of the more active ones, I would have to say. So make sure you follow them because they will release when they are releasing a beer. It's posted. When they are making a beer, it's posted. They like to hype that shit up and make sure you know what's coming. So follow them on social media right after you follow us all across the board. I had to get that in there as well. And I guess, guys, the big thing is drink fucking local. I know most of our beers tonight, actually all our beers were outside of Indiana tonight. We normally try to throw in.
No, we had
We did have the Hefe. Let's go. Thank you, Hop River.
Yeah. Hey, I brought some Two Times, but it's not fun to drink your own beer.
Yeah, we don't like
I'll let
making
you guys do
brewers
that to
rate
me.
their beers. Now we'll
Just-
drink them later.
Just shoot me a text when you're gonna have them on the show, and
we will.
I'll be in.
Don't you worry.
I'll be in the feed crying silently at night.
I think most of the people when we drink their beers that we're friends with are just always like, God, they're gonna, or especially if they
it's
know our taste,
Yeah.
and they know how a beer tastes, and they're sitting there going, Tyler's not gonna like it because it's sweet.
Yeah,
John's not gonna like it because it has fucking cinnamon.
Right now,
Matt's
Drew's-
not gonna like it because it has coconut.
God.
Right now, Drew's typing Matt, coconut, John, cinnamon.
That's gonna ruin all my days.
It's so much fucking fun. It really is.
It's always funny when Chris Knight's like, "Oh, where'd you guys fucking find that one? God damn it! Don't drink it! Don't drink it!"
Oh, that's my favorite. We'll tag a post because we always tag like what we're drinking, but
Beforehand.
we don't post it till about 20 minutes beforehand usually.
Yeah, you're like, no.
We'll get text messages every once in a while like, dude, that was like a quick release. It's been on the shelf at Total Wine for like 8 months. Please, God, don't drink that live. Dude, we've already posted. We're drinking it live.
It's happening.
Tough shit. Back to this rye barley wine, though. This barrel comes through well
Oh, yeah,
without
it's
being
done really well.
punch-in-your-face rye.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's nice is a lot of times the rye barrels can be too spicy. This balances with the sweetness of that barley wine really, really well.
The one thing I'd say, because it's a barley wine, so we get get picky on them.
Do we?
I think it hides some of the complexity. I know it's a sweeter barley wine. It's not as complex as some.
There's definitely more of a sweet characteristic than that multifaceted flavor. So I think aging it in the rye was very smart, because I think a bourbon barrel would have just added a little bit to that sweetness. It wouldn't have added as much complexity. With the rye, it gives you a full flavor profile different. So if you don't get as much complexity out of your barley wine, adding a rye barrel is such a smart.
Think about it. What's bourbon going to add? It's going to add
The same
some
shit that's in it.
caramel and some-
vanilla.
yeah. So
But you're still getting a good chunk of vanilla out of this, though. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting a nice, creamy vanilla finish. And
I'm impressed.
This is pretty
It's not my most barley wine I've ever had on the show, but like,
and
I'm not mad at this
did
fucking
you
beer.
did you say multifaceted?
I might have. It wasn't on purpose,
I
but
think he did.
it might have been a subconscious
If you
thing.
actually did that, we have to rewatch this.
It was supposed to be multifaceted, but it might have been multifaceted, which is
Say that again.
Malta. Like multifaceted. It was supposed to be multifaceted.
Can you get a
but
definition shirt that is like multifaceted?
we actually have a lot of those we want to do already.
Yeah.
We have
to a
one
list.
We have one that's
when
the
the barley
wheel.
wine comes in at the 8th beer in the share.
We have one that's the wheel of Tyler scoring, because when I'm at Beer Fest, I have a tendency. You know how you said, like, people are like, "Oh, this is the best beer I've had all day." My compliments are usually like, "Oh, this isn't half bad." Like, Matt will literally be like, "Yeah," because that's what every fucking brewer wants to hear. And I'm just like,
Kills
it's
me
a
on the
compliment.
inside.
See, I'm there fighting. I'm advocating for you guys.
So many sweats in that beer, and it's just like...
Well, the thing is, I'll then
Five,
score it
man.
on Untappd
That's why
like
it's
a
only
fucking 4 or something,
Yeah.
because not half bad's a really high score for me, especially at a Beer Fest.
Yeah.
I mean, even in this beer, he dropped an ain't mad at it.
Ain't mad at it.
Wouldn't kick it out of bed for eating crackers.
Yeah, that was-
Oh shit! I'm really impressed. Technically, it was supposed to be you last time, so we'll go ahead and have Cody go.
Okay.
We'll just skip you,
I'm
mostly because I'm curious what he scores it.
probably sitting 4 flat, boys. They are both those breweries are now on my map for sure, but
I like New Image in general.
I've not been to either one. I've not been out to Denver at all.
I haven't been. Well, this in Denver. Well, New Images.
New Images,
Yeah, New
Denver.
Images. I actually applied to New Image not that long ago.
Did you do that?
Yeah, I applied for shits and giggles. They had a GM spot open, and I was like, sure.
I once applied at Burial
really?
Isn't it
as a
fun?
brewer.
Isn't it fun when you're just like,
They
yeah,
laughed
sure.
me out of the room, but I did get a call back.
Hey, I didn't get the call back, so.
Hey. I once applied to T.A. Smith for beer rep. They said I knew everything that needed to be done with the job. I didn't get the job.
So you said 4?
They hired someone with more experience.
That's where I was at.
So as much as I complimented this beer, and I really did like it, I'm only going to give it a 3.75 because it isn't quite barley wine enough for me.
Do you drink all your barley wines warm?
Barley wines are always the cellar temp, yeah, for me. Are you a cold barley wine guy?
I know. It threw me off it for a minute when I took a drink of it. And
This
it was-
one's going to be, this stout's going to be cellar temp too.
I know.
How do you feel about that with as a brewer, like stout temp? What's
You
your
get more
preference?
flavor a lot of times out of
No.
these.
I mean, I let my. So how I drink my stouts, I pour myself a glass. I drink half of it. I let it sit. I drink the other half.
I got you.
It just threw me off because the other beer was cold, quite cold, and then I drank this beer and was like,
Well, the other beer was yours. That came in a cooler full of ice.
yeah, I did.
That is a healthy size. That's like a baby size.
Well, it's made for
cooler.
bottles.
No. Check out. So my wife is a Indy 500 fan girl.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So your wife's my friend now.
Yeah,
Knows how to
so,
carry in lots
so
of beer.
that's what that was bought for. Now let me tell you, last year at Indy
It
500,
looks like you fit 2 cases in there.
dude, it was heavy as shit.
Because
My
you
back
can't
hurt
fit 2
for
cases.
days.
What's your score, John?
I was gonna go. I'm gonna go 4.
Okay.
I would search that out, but it is not my favorite barley wine. I think there's some things. Quality of the rye is it's great.
The rye barrel
rye
was
was fun.
smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
the rye
was
was fun.
smart.
Yeah.
I like when breweries do shit like that. When they just kind of go,
We put it
I
in.
bet the rye barrel would fucking taste great with this.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a chance to try the Willet Rye Dark Necessity that we do at times?
I think I have before.
Not in a long time.
That was my first introduction to the rye barrel, and I don't know if I've ever, and I don't think I'll go back now. I enjoy it.
No. No.
I'm just going.
What?
No.
What happened?
I think Halliburton's hurt.
Oh, that would suck.
Oh, that's not what I was looking for.
Just no.
That'd be Indiana sports for you.
Just no. Carried off the court with potentially serious injury. Fuck! Sorry, guys. I
Of course.
know some of you don't care, and you're here for beer and Cody and shenanigans, but
Oh, nice.
If you haven't had it,
I have not.
But
I've not had a lot of their stuff.
uh,
They're one of the
you're
reasons we
missing out.
went to 12-ounce cans.
Yeah.
So
But fuck!
yeah,
Butt fuck?
Yes.
it's a 25-ounce 4-pack, $25 4-pack.
yeah.
But bombers are going for $20.
Dude, well, it's kind of what we thought about with ours. So, like, we were talking about it, like, let me tell you, boys, labor intensive on this compared to bottles, oh, it's a night and day.
Oh yeah, I run a bottling machine.
Yeah, and for me, like that Scratch Brewing thing, that's a share that's a share bottle. Like, I can't drink that bottle myself.
No.
And how and just the life schedules these days, like, it's hard to get together and share bottles anymore. You know,
That's
so
fair.
it's nice to have a 12-ounce can.
This is
That's why you can't make
traditionally one
Thursday?
of my favorite beers ever.
Yeah, I like it.
So before we pour, Drew says Hoplower has a tap takeover at the Sinkhole in Bloomington the 20th.
What a shameless plug.
If you want some of this year's crack. Anyway,
I love Drew so much. That's always I'm giving a shit.
I mean, Tyler would have to go to Bloomington.
Yeah, but I just mean, for Tyler. Or
If I did, I'd be wearing this motherfucker.
Yeah.
or anyone else
I
that's
encourage
initiated in the area. If you are in Bloomington, recommend going check it out and getting some crack, because that shit is fire.
Crack is fire.
And Gibbons says there might still be some left at Hop Station too. So
If it's there, it won't make it past Saturday.
Yeah, we'll make sure it's not.
yeah,
If it's there, it ain't
I'll
making
try
it
that
past
one.
Saturday. That's you.
That's me.
I thought that took a long way around.
All right, so guys, this is,
This
and I'm
one.
really excited about this
I
because
know.
it's sat for a while, and
Yes.
this is a beer that we're not sure how it'll sit. Like, truly, like, we don't. This is a
Yo, before you say this, have you drank this beer before
Multiple
you let it
times.
sit? Okay.
Yes.
multiple
Yes.
times.
How was
had
it
it.
before?
We've had it
Fire.
fresh on tap. We've had
Okay.
it about a year in a bottle, and now we've had it 3 years in a bottle. This is a stout, imperial stout brewed with peppercorns, both green and black peppercorns. In a world of litigation, not collaboration, sometimes you need a good lawyer in your corner. This beer was brewed with our beer attorney, so you know it's legally delicious. This is Legalese by River North.
What's that ABV?
This one's lower than some. It's 12.5%.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Oh, for River North,
That's
that's
still
low.
10. We'll give them that.
They hold the record right now in Colorado for highest ABV.
I like it.
23?
23.9 or something like that. That was their 11th anniversary stout.
For anyone that cares, Michigan's up by 14.
Holy shit.
It's a horrible fucking sports night.
I
God
figured,
damn it.
I figured Penix would destroy that secondary.
Dude, he's having a rough game. I mean, it's early. It's early.
So, a couple quick comments while you guys are enjoying your first sips there. Dr. Drew says, yes, it was, Cody. That's my job. And Gibbons says, shameless plug, says the guy in the bootleg 2 Tom shirt.
Damn.
2 points there, Gibbons. And
I'm loving all of this.
Tim Northquist says, the Belgian monks never say there isn't enough time for beer to share together.
He ain't wrong.
Again, this is...
You want to know why we have a show every
They have their
Monday?
priorities right.
I'm going to be dead honest. When we started the show, like I said, it was for a goof.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, we found out the biggest thing that we were getting out of this is we had an excuse
to
every
hang out.
Monday for 3 buddies to hang out and drink
Dude,
beer.
that's... I'm telling you.
and a rotating fourth buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, well, that came a little bit
Yeah,
later.
true.
Not a lot later,
Yeah.
but a little bit. We started going, we
No.
could bring cool people to do this
Yeah.
with us.
No,
Online buddies.
I really... No, it's what it is. I mean, it's like one of those things that, like, you guys appreciate good craft beer, and you're getting together to talk about it, and it gives us, like... I mean, if people watch your show, they have no idea who 2 times are, then maybe they'll look at us. You know?
Yeah.
We'll have I have a shameless plug to plug in later, so...
Do it now, right now.
while you're at it.
February 10th, where camera I'm looking at, February 10th, I'm dropping one of my first beers released from Tom's.
So don't.
So don't go. No, I'm joking. So I'm a big Mardi Gras guy. So last year I did a King Cake Imperial Stout.
I tried that one.
Yeah, I took it from I re-enhanced it, rewrote it, and gave it a little Tom-esque stout.
Oh,
I don't like your pantomime with that.
If you
Smooth
guys,
it up a little
smooch it up.
Yeah.
And so we're re-releasing called Mardi Animal. On February 10th, we're doing a Mardi Gras party at both locations with our with that release, and then our first.
Is that
smoothie-
Winterfest weekend?
Yes.
I'm gonna be out of town for 2 fucking things.
I know.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Our first true smoothie sour release, we're doing a Bananas Foster and a hurricane cocktail.
I love a
Oh.
good bananas Foster, and I love a good hurricane.
though.
Come check it out, boys. It's gonna be tasty. It's gonna be tasty.
So we'll try to make
You,
it.
you guys
but
want to Winterfest?
we have a booth.
See, I
It's our first year being a part of Winterfest.
I support it. I would be at Winterfest if it wasn't for this event. The rest of my team is at Winterfest. I'm gonna be by myself. In Fort
So
Wayne.
I get to go hang out with your team.
Yeah, you can see
Yes!
Duffy and Tom and probably Crystal and.
Hey guys, Two Beerded Guys, and by Two Beerded Guys, at least John and I, because Matt won't be there. We'll make sure to
Fucking
stop
work.
by your tent and say hi.
Also, King Cake will probably be there as well.
Oh, then I
Nice.
don't. So I don't need to go. No, but
so
guys,
weird.
it's another reason in the Indy area to check out Two Toms in Fishers, and especially after, if somehow you're still coherent and not too drunk, head over to Two Toms in Fishers. If you're the DD originally and you go home and then you guys Uber out, perfect. Go there, check it out, grab some beer, have a good time.
We also just got, oh, sorry. Sorry.
Now do it, baby.
We just got a Kaylee Snodgrass, not to be confused with Kyle Snodgrass.
Husband wife combo.
That is
Bang,
really
bang.
close.
I really hope they're sitting next to each other.
They for sure are. And I love every minute of it. They both got the text. It was a group chat. They're my fans.
She is also calling out the shameless plug. Who's doing that logo though?
She is doing that logo. So yes. So Kaylee and
I
Kyle,
love you.
Kaylee runs does all the Two Times logos. And
And
then
couldn't
they
get the color right?
But she didn't do that color.
She didn't do the no. Okay, so hold on. The logo is colored right. The jank ass company I bought this little print from to make my own shirts at home is jank. The new ones will have the right color. I promise.
I love how loud he gets every time he talks about the sweatshirt.
Getting madder and madder as we go.
Well, that is the 30-second person to give you shit, I think.
Yes, but Kaylee. So dumb. That was Tom's first response. He was like,
Good call.
Duffy was like, hey, are you you're cool with him wearing that? He's like, well, besides the wrong color, I'm all right with it. And I was like, what?
All right, got a question for you, because I saw you smell this beer, because I am going to rope us in a
I was
little
gonna say
bit.
the nose on this is still there.
I saw you smell it and be confused.
Shit. Hit the wrong button.
Did you just end the show?
No, I didn't end it. I hit the brake on accident. I went for Cam. It's okay. We're
We've
good.
done this 4 years, man.
You soiled it.
You know.
That's good.
So you want me to talk now? You don't want me to
back.
talk
Go
now?
ahead. I think we're back.
We're back.
Dumbass.
I'm gonna be honest, boys. I'm pulling massive tobacco nose.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
real
okay.
tobacco, and it really threw me off when I mean, when you said peppercorns, I was like, okay, I understand that now. But it just like, that's why I asked when I smelled
yeah.
it, and I was like, have you had this before?
Yep.
Because it just reeks of like,
So we were literally talking to the brewer.
what is that? What is the pouch chewing tobacco?
You mean the greatest thing ever,
Snuff.
Red Man?
Red Man.
Oh,
That's what I'm getting out of this.
So
Fair.
we're sitting
It
at
was
the
a
bar.
4-H guy to find out Red Man, you know.
We're sitting at the bar at River North, and we're talking to the brewer giving him shit about making beers we liked. It was the weirdest conversation. But we're like,
Where is that?
River North in Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
So we legit look at the guy and we're like, okay, this beer shouldn't work. With stouts and green and black peppercorns, that's not a flavor I would ever think. I like it in a bottle, and even 3 years later, I like it in a bottle. On draft,
it was so much
It
more.
was even the fresh bottle. It was so different. It was such a weird. We're like drinking it, going, I don't want to like this beer. I want to look at you and say your beer's fucking shit.
So if you would rank them side by side, would you rank this older one better
Oh,
than the fresh
no.
one?
No. This
Okay.
one.
We've lost a little bit of
lowest I've
flavor,
had.
and this will definitely be the lowest one. But
On draft was
and it's your own
head and
fault,
shoulders
so
the best.
You should have
Well,
drank this like
well, actually, I
Well-
think, was that the last River North beer? Did I? Nope. I say at least one more.
I mean,
We're heading to Denver in February, the first weekend of February. So we like to try to clear our River North
Row.
before we leave. It's usually 2 rows.
row?
Well, so it usually takes up at least 2 full rows, because we bring back a shit ton. So
yeah, we'll buy a case at least.
yeah,
Okay.
so and it's because we buy at least one bottle of.
well, bring me back something.
Everything.
I'll pay you back for it. Because I'm interested to see what.
Yeah.
It's a 50-pound check and at least 2 keistered. You know.
Yeah,
got you.
I'm interested in.
Their big stouts, their barley wines are this. We had you drink the weird one.
Yeah, because I like this.
The 3 to 4 year old weird
It's
one.
just the tobacco smell is like taking me back to baling hay.
Yeah,
Like,
that makes sense.
19-year-old Cody like throwing hay bales around, and it's just like
in a good way or bad way.
not in a good way. Like that was like
This is also
110 degrees.
The thinnest 12.8%.
Oh yes, it's like water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very thin. Not that I feel like this is gonna be a phenomenal beer. Besides this, like, man, I hate doing.
No.
As a brewer, I hate judging beers. I just feel like the tobacco thing's throwing me off. It's a little thin.
Yeah. That's all. No, that's. I
Typically,
mean,
the stouts are not the thick-bodied stouts, but they still somehow support.
Well,
a
what's
good
really
flavor
funny
and
is
carry the
so
heavy
this
booze.
one's weird, but like all their stouts are thin bodied, but they'll be like 16% and have all the flavors, and you're like, this makes 0 sense, and they get them all chem tested. They are all tested for ABV. Every
Really?
beer they do, every barrel aged beer they do.
Okay.
I can't guarantee on the lower ones.
Yeah,
I didn't
bring me
ask.
back something. I'm
Oh,
willing.
happily.
I'm willing to. I want something.
The peppercorns definitely died down some.
Which it was never as severe as it was on tap. Which
The tap was like peppercorn.
which I loved it so much that when we got in the bottle and I drank it, I was almost sad in the pants because I was like, man, as good and
Where he's
peppery.
normally sad. It's fine.
It's like the most sad you can be.
We'll do it rinse, by the way.
And like just when we had it on draft, it was just
I know
so
that's what we
pepper
use it
rich.
for. Hey, rinse this out, bro. Hey, bro, rinse this out.
I'll go ahead. Obviously, I'm first to score this time. It's good, and we've scored it as high as a 5 before. That was on draft, but we've scored it as high as a 5 on 4 right before. I'm only going to give it a 3.5 this time. I think it's still very good,
yeah.
but it's not a seek. Like if that was the first one I'd had, I would not seek that beer out.
Now, before I say what my school.
Well, John's up, but go ahead.
Well, yeah, okay, but Savage, is this when I log this? Am I logging this bottle as a whole, like, or is it dated? Like, is there a 2020 version of this?
This is the 2020. Oh, on there?
Yeah.
They only did it one time.
Okay.
It was them goofing around. 100% this was them going, I wonder what this would be like.
And I think, I think I'm at 3.25 on this one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm at 3.25 on this one.
Yeah.
It definitely was a lot better, fresher. Which, hey, that's you sell her some things. Sometimes it works, sometimes not.
Yeah. Like I think as a brewer in me, I do not want to hit them for the idea that you guys put this in a cellar for 3 years.
This is literally
Right.
how we check in. We're even going to tell it. 2020 bottle didn't fully age well. Like, we always put it on there.
Yeah, I think as a brewer,
This is fun.
this is
I love
I
brewery.
hate this.
Do whatever you need to,
I'm
bro.
go,
I love brewery people.
I'm going 3.5. I think that this beer is probably phenomenal in 2020.
Oh, it was. Can't
I
confirm.
think that's where I'm at. I like the actual flavor of the beer. It's a little thin. Was it that thin when you guys had it in
Yes.
2020?
Most of their stouts typically
Their
are.
stouts are thin. We don't understand how they pull the shenanigans they do. They'll have
Everybody
shit
get
that's
your brooms.
16, 18, 19%.
And it tastes like
And
a
still
Have
thin.
that thin a body, but
Well,
yet all the flavor.
We're going from thin to chocolate syrup. I know what that's gonna be like. So
It's the weirdest shit. We will constantly. Their marketing.
bring
will-
me back an imperial stout for them because I think
Do you want a stout, a barley wine? What kind of spear do you
know
want
what,
here?
bring me one of both. We'll make it.
We got you, baby.
We'll make 2.
Yeah, we
I
get
think
you.
I can get behind it.
We might be checking 2 suitcases. If people...
Bring it
I
all
was
back.
kind of wondering if I needed to bring my big
Well, what's
suitcase.
funny is we planned on
So I should
not
pack
bringing
light,
that.
huh?
Yes. Yeah.
We planned on not bringing. Oh well, that's our mule.
I'm the mule.
So what we
'Cause
do
I always
is
check.
he gets free check baggage. So we make him
Southwest, baby.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm important. I'm gonna go Southwest.
Wait, you can afford to fly Southwest these days though? Like,
He uses his points from work.
no, that's how it works.
Yeah.
But we make him
Paid
check his
$10 for his
bag,
ticket.
and we legit use his clothes to wrap the beer up to come home.
Love that.
We brought home his bag. I guarantee weighed like 10 pounds coming because there wasn't much in it. Going back, that motherfucker was 51 pounds, and they didn't charge him the extra, which was nice. But
That is
we
nice.
loaded that
It's all
motherfucker.
full of beer.
Oh, it was.
Brr, brr, brr.
we were using socks and shit to
Yeah.
wrap beer. I
Oh, yeah.
wrapped a beer in underwear, and I wasn't sure if it was clean or not.
I
Like,
wasn't either.
I mean,
It was a
it's our
weekend.
bottle. We are Gucci. We're good.
it was funny as shit. John and I spent probably 30 minutes the night before he
Oh,
left,
just packing.
just packing and wrap. And we get it all in there. We're like, that's not good enough.
We
so we pull
had
shit
these
out.
nice little packages for wine bottles,
Yeah.
and we're sticking like 3 bottles in each one.
But we didn't have enough of those, so now we're wrapping shit. We went through all the Airbnb's paper towels. We went through.
We did, yeah.
We used every article of clothing he had.
Did he fly home separate than you guys?
He always leaves early on, so we always go to the trip. So like this year, for instance, if you want to join us, we can't put you up at our place because we're staying with actually the marketing girl for River North, but we're staying with our friends. We make friends wherever we go. It's weird.
Oh, we got Rocky Top Tavern just waiting.
They've
for
been
us to
tagging
go up.
us in
We
so
could
much
probably
shit lately.
sleep there.
So
Oh my
Probably could
god.
sleep at Rocky
We
Top
make-
Tavern.
Brewery floor at River North. That's where they'll be sleeping.
Oh no! If we
Drinking the brewery sludge.
oh no! If we were to sleep somewhere, it wouldn't be at the brewery. It'd be at the dive bar called Rocky Top Tavern.
You'll always be.
Who we tagged them in a short TikTok not that long ago, and ever since then we're invited. We get invites. They're like, "Hey, we can't wait for you to show up." We're like, "Oh shit!" Oh, and I've been looking at pictures there. Same bartending staff. It's gonna be fun. The bald
Yes.
chick.
You better
everything.
get your stomach in order before we
That'll be good.
in like 3 weeks.
He's gonna love to get this shit
I
sorted
didn't
out.
survive the last day. We'll put it that way. But we're going the 2nd through the 5th, so if you want to meet us out there, you're welcome. But the 2nd through the 5th, Matt will leave really early on the 5th to go home. He always does. He likes to be able to, like, get his shit back together before going back to work.
Because I have to go to work
Matt
the
and I,
next day.
or John and I stay in Denver until the last flight.
You're
out.
flying out like 8:30, 9 o'clock now, aren't you?
We are
Yeah,
flying
yeah,
out
yeah.
as late as possible.
Man, I'm with you on that. I'm
Yeah,
ready to get home.
it's either I get up early their time so I can get back here before like 8,
Yeah, yeah.
or I'm back
well,
here
that's
like
a
the next
little
day.
early.
I'm
but,
fairly certain John and I were back last year at, like, midnight. Maybe
yeah,
something.
no. Way.
Yeah, we had to like
Well,
drink all day.
So spoil. Okay,
Just to-
okay. You guys are
before
spoiled
going
with that because
to work.
you can you're in the city the airport's in. I have to drive an hour and a half after the airport. Like
I
Oh.
live in Muncie.
you do?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's not. I was just in Muncie.
That one.
Oh, dude, we just landed. We were just hooked up with Elm Street. We're about to do a collab with them.
Nice.
Another collab, you didn't mention that one.
You did,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh, did
I did.
Okay,
I did.
catch
It's,
I
that.
missed
it's
it.
on the weekend. You guys are in Denver.
I mean, he went through so many. How do I keep up with all these collabs?
You do a lot of
I know
collabs.
it's gonna be a lot.
We're actually planning on Muncie Day soon. It won't be a full Muncie Day because we're actually going to start at either Gas City or Bad Dad.
Okay.
And we'll either start at Gas City, drink, and then eat at Bad Dad, and then do the Muncie
The
circuit.
problem with Bad Dad is they don't open until late on Saturday.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter if that's an early stop.
See what's cool about
does, yeah.
Kaylee Snodgrass, who does our labels. Her and Kyle also own what we call, not what we call, what they call, Draft Tap Room in Fort Wayne, and they only carry their clients' beers and wines and stuff.
pretty
So
cool.
like she creates the labels for all these beers, and then they have them in house. It's a cool location. They got awesome pizza.
Cool
now.
business model.
Dude. It was actually really cool.
Mostly because it also requires people, if they want to be in your place,
To hire.
I need you to hire me.
It was
bitch.
cool because back in the day we had Science Party. We had 3 taps there, and it was the only place outside the brewery that had constant beer. It was cool.
So, couple quick comments. Speaking of, I don't know where that was going, but so the Snodgrasses for sure are sitting by each other. They're confirming.
I love both
Well
of them.
done.
They say sure are. Drew says she does our labels too.
Yep. So that's why Hopler's in Fort Wayne. That's one of the
Yeah.
locations.
And then
Our
Gibbons,
label? That's good.
Gibbons says, I'm surprised the guy at the swap meet who made that hoodie spelled Tom's right.
Probably not.
I made this hoodie myself.
But they printed the logo.
And now Kaylee Snodgrass says, thanks, Cody.
Yeah. See,
Wait, how many
she loves
Snodgrasses are watching right
me. Just 2.
Kyle
Kaylee
and
and
Just
Kyle.
Kyle and
now? All right.
They are literally the
Kaylee,
sweetest people
yeah.
I've ever met. Like they're like hippies in their own way. They have an awesome.
So they
tap
should
room.
join all of us when we go to Scratch.
Probably.
Hippies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's like.
they're like, I brought my own stuff that I forged from my backyard. Can we make
Yeah,
Can
let's
you
do
make
it.
a beer?
Let's do it. No, for real. Like, I just shoot her a text, and I'm like, "This is what I'm looking for, and here's my very bad drawing of it," and she turns it into exactly what I want.
Wait, you give her drawings?
Dude. for
Dude,
real.
we give ideas to Holder, and
Yeah,
we're like,
We just like
So
yell
we
at
got-
Holder.
Okay,
hammered.
well, Holder's different.
we got
alright?
hammered. We got hammered and came up with this idea.
He's like, oh, I got you.
He's like, I
Yeah.
got this.
No,
The pair of beers is still the fastest I've ever seen him be like,
So
yes.
So here's my very rough idea what I wanted for this Marty.
Wait, that's the
animal.
rough
That's a
idea?
sketch?
That's me. Yeah, I made this with my.
That's a,
You spoiled her.
I know.
Tell me it's a stick figure.
No.
No, it's actually
is
nice.
that King Cruel?
It's an alligator. And then where's Kaylee's text? She's
King K. Rule?
and this is what we're looking at right now. which is,
badass.
and we're gonna do it matte finish.
I mean,
That's gonna
definitely
be
much better
sick.
than
My
yours.
finish? Oh, that's
Much
so cute. Thanks
better.
for thinking of me.
But like,
Yeah.
you like give her like real.
Well,
design.
that was because like, so guys, I need to explain this to you.
Pause real quick. I'm going to tell everybody what we're drinking so we can drink.
I'll shut up.
So our next beer. No, I don't want you to shut up. I
Great
love
story.
these stories.
Just gonna put a pin right there. Gotta come right back
Yeah.
to it.
This is Burial. It is 15%. It is the again.
Wait, what was that?
15%. And the name of the beer is. I need to probably take a drink to get ready.
Antonio, sends long. Let it go.
This feasting tempest of death at the temple of dissatisfaction. Imperial stout with hazelnut, coconut, orange zest, and vanilla bean.
Yeah.
God
And that's
damn
all
it.
in there.
Dude.
But it's good and it pisses him off.
And it warmed up, so
All
it's
of
money
those
right
things.
now.
Oh, yeah. So
It's everything's there.
He hates coconut with a fiery passion.
But
But
a
we
thousand
keep
burning
running.
suns.
We keep running into coconut beers that
Yeah.
he likes, and it's really funny.
Dude, it's behind the scenes for sure.
Done really
No,
well.
that's it's warmed up.
That's solid beer.
I'm glad we left
Yep.
it out sitting here. That's
solid
tasty.
beer.
I was concerned on which one I was, because mind you, I have about 30 of different imperial stouts in my cellar. I was concerned on which one I was gonna bring.
So we definitely need to come visit you.
No, dude, my cellar is so bad. My cellar, this check this out. My cellar is on.
We don't acknowledge that.
It's on the Excel spreadsheet. if anyone needs to know what's sitting,
I should do that.
you should do that.
Oh, look at this. Where's it?
It's a
at?
lot of work.
Beer cellar.
But once you've got it
I
let's-
have
done,
a job now.
This is just what I've organized. So like, this is the burial section.
Wait, are we supposed to have organization to our
No,
cellars?
no one's supposed to have organization
Okay.
in ours.
no, I
This
love
is
Excel
called-
though. Like if we had the list, I'd do it. Because
No,
then once
I'm
you
telling
have
you.
it, then it's easy just to keep up with it. Once
Yeah.
you got it, it's just
That
doing
would.
Listen,
it.
when you buy $200 worth of burial a month, you kind of have to have an organization of it.
Yeah,
we
okay.
wouldn't know what that's like at all between River North and Tavor, would we, boys?
So, obviously, you see what's behind us.
Yes.
For those of you that watch on camera, obviously you can see what's behind us. What you can't see is what's over there. So that wine cooler over there is full of beer.
That's beer in there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no wine in there. Not
No,
a single
John,
drop.
that's wine. It's wine in there,
dogfish
John.
Cap over there.
There's all sorts of shit in there. Yeah, that's the Utopia Stout from a year or two ago. 2
I
years
have
ago?
one of those too. That I need to
I just drank one of those not too long ago because I had one sitting on top of my
Delicious.
The
fridge
Utopias
forever.
Worldwide. Yeah.
It's
So good.
it
Have you
is
had
aged
Utopias?
wonderfully.
Well, funny
have
story.
one.
Which there may or may not be a raffle happening. I'm just gonna
I
tease.
forgot about all that.
I'm just gonna tease
What?
that you
Raffle
should
what?
like follow us because there's some really good whiskey and beer. Well, hard to get beer that might be available for raffle soon, and not to own, but to like drink.
Okay,
with
I was
us.
like, whoa.
No, we're not giving away.
I
It's a
was
chance to
gonna say.
come. It's a chance to come to. It's not official, but
I know it's kind of fun just
a
to throw it
chance
out
to
there.
come to like
guys are
maybe,
just, like,
maybe
itching
a
out there.
brew day
You're just
where you
edging
get to
the
You want to
shit.
know
drink,
how we
right?
do things? We
This is
throw
it.
shit live.
Yeah,
where,
this is
where
it.
you get to drink,
And then you
Utopia,
say,
Beer
wait,
goddess?
10 beers deep, and we said that on live?
But we,
Pappy.
yeah, we 100% recently. We were at an event, and I'm flipping through Facebook waiting to do something, and I see or Instagram, and I see a Total Wine post, and it was for Total Wine, like Nora, and it said, "Just got our Utopias in, come get them." And I went. The problem is, we made a deal because we haven't had it, and we want to do the shit. Well, I've had it
Most
years
of you
ago.
haven't had it.
I've had it years ago. Matt's had it years ago, but we went. If we ever get it, there's 6 of us that we were just like 5 of us.
5 of us.
5 of us that we just went, fuck it. If we ever see it, we buy it. We'll split it
Split it.
because you gotta try it.
Yeah.
And I saw it and I went, 3 of us are at an event right now. Like there's nothing we can do. But hey guys, it's
We
here.
did too,
And one guy's like, you should go get it. I'm like, again,
At
we're
any
busy.
events.
Yeah.
And the other dude goes,
We're working.
the other dude goes, I just left what I'm doing. I'll get it on the way home. And I'm like, there it is.
Yep.
It cost us way too much money, but we're
Yeah.
excited to try it.
Where's the brew day happening? Can you tell me later?
So we brew at our buddy Kevin's house. So Kevin Smolar.
Like homebrew brew
Yeah.
day?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you had some kind of like collab hooked up right now that I was
No.
missing out on.
I mean,
that
I guess we
didn't
could
know
do
about.
one day, a collab. Technically it is. Two Beerded Guys and Blasphemy
Blasphemy
Brewing.
Brewing.
Yeah.
So that's the name of the home brew. Is
Okay.
the home brewers. It's John, Brian, and Kevin are the Blasphemy Brewing.
Yep.
And then we represent Two Beerded Guys, and all our beers are collabs.
Yep.
So Matt and I.
I represent the grunt work. I just
Yeah.
do what I told.
Matt, we're gonna need that beard to grow a little bit deeper over there, as he like pointed to you
And-
as being the two bearded.
Well,
guys.
so he's been a part of Blasphemy Brewing for a while. So
Okay.
Oh.
Yep.
we put him with that.
I've actually been brewing, homebrewing prior to
Yeah.
guys. So
Also, the beer's just freshly regrowing.
That's what I was saying.
I'm not gonna get like
Yeah.
Tyler's level of growth because it just bugs me too bad. But it's filling back in.
Yeah, I like it.
I was stashing over the
come back
over the
around to
holidays.
that. Our Blasphemy Brew Two Bearded Guys collab. The first chance you get to taste this. This is Mary's Big Black Stout.
And Tyler perfectly angled his head to come see us at Tasting Society.
Yep.
Blasphemy Brewing. Keep that.
And again, it's Mary's Big Black
I heard you.
Stout. Well, that's more for them, but I just wanted to make sure you got it.
I understood.
You want to know what's
The
even
assignment?
funnier? That's the Tamus name we came up with.
Tamus?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a lot of dicey names.
Do you guys ever have Voodoo Donuts
Yes.
out of like?
Well, they're at
Portland,
Denver.
Oregon? Are they in Denver now?
Yeah, they are.
And they have like the
Yeah.
BBC.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to this beer.
Yeah.
Definitely thicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
This is the most carbonation I've seen in one of their stouts.
But that's the thing is it's
It's the
thick.
most carbonation I've ever
It's
seen in a
thick,
stout.
but it's got a little bit of carb that lightens it up.
It's got every flavor it says it has.
I love that orange zest coconut combo because they're both behind. They're both secondary,
yeah.
but they just each
Enhance it.
add,
Because you still get the vanilla, you still get the caramel, the butterscotch.
which is more up front.
Yeah.
I feel like this might be the most I've had orange zest stand out in a beer.
I agree. It's hard to do.
It's hard, but I think as I drink this, I'm like, I get more of that than coconut.
But it's
And
also
it's
not
a flavor.
artificial or like
And orange
poorly
zest is
done.
a flavor that unless you cook or bake a lot, you don't really know what it tastes like.
Oh yeah.
So most people would be like, "What's that flavor?" In reality, it's like, "Oh fuck, that kind of came through that little bit of
Yeah,
citrus
it's-
bitter
Oh, yeah.
because it's citrus bitter and
Yeah,
it's
it's tasty.
Yeah.
Which Tim Northquist says, speaking of this, drop me off at Burial and pick me up when you guys are done.
That's his saying when we go to.
well, that's
Asheville.
why we fly to River North because if we tried to drive, we wouldn't make it past Iowa.
Oh no, at Burial though. But
So
yeah,
Tim.
I mean, Burial's on the East Coast, but still,
Tim's my father-in-law, and
Right?
he got to adventure us on. It's in Nashville. North
hell's right.
He got to come with me on my bachelor party, and then he came with his son on his bachelor party, both in Nashville.
Oh, that's fun.
And as we get there, we pull into Asheville, and that's what he says, like, drop me off at Burial, pick me up when you guys are done. Tim's
Please
like,
tell me that's just what you did.
well, that's basically what we do. We spend a lot of money at Asheville, and a lot of money at Burial. We're big fans.
Hold on, I have a question.
Yeah.
It's more for John, but all the times our good friend who goes to North Carolina has gone to North Carolina, including Asheville, and brings us back shitty beer, BYBC.
I know.
How the fuck did we not get Burial?
But ask her. I don't know.
That's backyard beer chick, not bring your own. Just so you know.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what that meant.
Bring your own black cock. I mean, backyard beer chick. My bad.
No, I'm telling you, Burial, like, it's one of those things where it's like when I go to Asheville, I literally go there just to get inspiration. I mean, the stuff they do, the stuff they produce. I mean, I have a Food or H Hellas at home. I almost brought you guys today too, but it's only a 12-ounce bottle.
Adjunct heavy,
Oh,
while
huge.
not tasting like it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
When I can say I added, I mean, I'm going to exaggerate, obviously, but 32 flavors.
Baskin
like I
Robbins?
said, it's
This
hazelnut,
is light.
coconut, zest,
I would love
and
to show
vanilla.
you what they really like.
I believe, but they added stuff that's not in everything.
I have
sometimes.
one at home that used potato chips in.
I'm down.
No wonder you like them.
Yeah, Dissolver and them did a collaboration that has potato chips in it.
That's fantastic.
And the face of it is the Wendy's French fry.
Ah,
Like, let me show you this.
That's even funnier.
like the.
But while you're looking that up,
Yeah,
let's go ahead
yes.
and continue. Very, very good. Very impressed.
Yeah.
What stood out the most for you, John? And then go ahead and score.
I honestly, so the fact that those traditional caramels, vanilla, butter, scotch notes come through, but I love the accenting aspect of the coconut and the orange peel. Like the orange peel stands out to me.
So what are you going to give
Really
it?
done well.
I think it's going to be a relatively high score.
I'm going to give it a 4.75. I really, really enjoyed it.
I just want to point out that's what I guessed he would put. Look where I slid that to.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Go ahead.
I'm in the same boat. I'm a 4.75.
I'm higher. I'm a 5. It still stays at
Yeah.
4.75. But frankly, this is...
I like it.
It's damn delicious.
It's a thicker, slightly sweeter stout than a lot of times I drink. But you know what? It never felt like diabetes. Never felt like that.
God.
And that's saying a lot for that style of beer, and they nailed it. 4.75, I think's like almost. That's in the frosty and everything.
That's amazing.
It's funny. It's an accurate score, but also like you almost feel bad
milk
for only giving it a
powder,
4.75.
potato chips.
Matt, what would you have given it?
Can I read one real quick on the legalese? Because I don't think I scored that one.
Okay,
Oh,
go
sure.
ahead.
Just for the fact that, all right, we were scoring that with, I think we kind of got ourselves on the this bottle this time rule. Because we were going back with like, hey, when we had this fresh on draft, or when we had
That
it
bottle
sooner.
that time, I gave it that score.
That bottle that time,
Yeah.
the nose on it and trying it, I still enjoyed it enough. I would have given that a 4.25.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
That
I
one,
enjoyed
that
it.
bottle we just had to give 4.25.
It was a 3.5 at best.
I don't know, man. Because just the nose, like, it was such a different experience. Even still, like,
peppercorns.
had I never had that beer before to know like a benchmark of it, trying that the first time, I was like, man, this is fucking pretty cool. But this one though, I'm going to go.
Homer, it's fine.
Despite myself, I'm gonna give this one a 5. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to. I wasn't going to.
Did he just give a beer that had coconut in it?
That's right.
I didn't want to. I wasn't
See,
going
that's
to.
what happens when we bring Cody to the show. He just ruins everybody's.
But I couldn't. Think
Cody's
of,
just throwing. He's dishing O's right
yeah,
now.
I just couldn't come up with that's Brian's job. I couldn't think of a reason not to do this. Like with the 5, like it's got all, like John said, it's got the flavors here. Everything's balanced. It's well executed. All the flavors that are on the bottle or in the bottle, they all work together. There's not a dominating flavor. They blend well. They necessarily shouldn't. There's flavors I don't like.
All right, the all important part of the night.
Yes.
This is my favorite part of the night because there is a caveat with this. This is the beer of the night. Beer of the night does not necessarily mean
The best beer.
the best beer.
Ooh.
It means the one that. Now, it has to be a positive thing. This can't be beer of the night because it's shit. We did have somebody randomly try to do that one
because
time.
they were the most surprised by that, which is
Yeah.
fair. But after what you just
But
said,
things that surprise, like it could be one of those beers you thought would be shit
Stood
and
out the
surprised
most.
you. But just what is the beer that when you leave in a week and a half, you're like, man, dude, I had this weird ass or this great beer or whatever. What beer is beer of the night, Matt? You kick us off always.
real quick before that, Jim just jumped on Jim and Russ. It's better late than never. What's up, Jim?
Let's be
Jim?
honest, Jim. You've probably been watching the whole damn time.
All right, the one that deserves it is the burial that we just finished with. The one I'm going with is the Indiana Hefe.
Oh shit! All right.
Curveball.
Nice.
That's
All
surprised.
right.
That's
That
not
surprised
where
the
I was seeing that going.
Surprised the,
The
shit out of me.
stout guy just dropped a Hop River love for the Hefe.
Not a Hefe guy, Indiana local, especially with the Hefe surprised
Good
it, and that thing was
job.
fucking good.
That is 2 Indiana Hefes in a row we've enjoyed, though. By the way,
I want to say that's like an all-time, like always on tap at their location.
That's
I
the
think
biggest
it is,
curveball
too.
I
That's
got
a good
all night.
thing.
Everything else
I
was
looked
like
earlier. I think it seems to be.
Yeah,
everything was
seems
good.
like it.
Most things I expected good. That one surprised me.
The barrel introduction is my favorite thing that stood out tonight. However, like,
You're going,
by
you're
a
going,
nose, I'm going
you're-
to scratch, man.
Yeah, you're going.
I mean, that thing is fucking weird.
That was good.
It's delicious. Like, that's the one I like. I want to go to barrel, but I really want to go to scratch now.
oh, it's hard because
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I've known the Burial Imperial Stouts to be this way. I don't normally let them warm up this much. And that orange
should.
zest, yeah, I'm gonna have to. The orange zest is money, but that flavor of the scratch is something I'm
I think
gonna.
that orange
And I
is
told you
fire.
before, I was torn between the two. I think it's 1 and 2 for sure.
For me, it's real simple. It's that scratch. I mean, I love that style of beer, and by style I mean Foyder
Farmhouse
age,
ale.
farmhouse.
Yeah.
Farmhouse is hit or miss, but like I love traditional sours.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
That weird flavor I still can't describe. I still have no idea how to describe.
The entire woods.
Yeah, it is.
That was the best description. There's a party in my mouth and the whole woods is there. That I'm gonna go buy more bottles of it. Purely just to introduce it that way.
I told you before the show,
He
occasionally I
gets
have
a
these
nickel
moments.
for every time
Yeah.
you use it. Be careful.
Nah,
Uh,
I didn't sign nothing.
But I'll tell you what, that beer was unbelievable. We had some really good beer. It was a damn good beer night.
Yeah, this is a
Great
great
beer.
beer.
Thank you
night.
for bringing a lot of.
Oh, dude,
Uh,
I'm glad I get introduced. Like I said, I brought beers that have inspired me, and the weird sour
It's so
stuff.
much
and-
makes sense now.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
the funny thing is, like,
it's-
you can see a lot
Yeah,
of that knowing this.
This
now.
is basically the only one that's not super inspiration to me, and it was basically just Burial and Other
I
Half.
feel like we
Yeah.
tasted.
Can't go wrong
We
there.
tasted a bit of you tonight, Cody.
I appreciate that, without having any of my beers.
couple inches. Cody, before we sign off, remind everybody who you are, where you're at, and something coming up immediately.
Yeah, so my name's Cody Moon. I am the head brewer productions manager over at Two Times Brewing in Fort Wayne, with the Fisher's location as well on 96th Street. We are having a Frickin' Fest in March. I think I just looked it up.
Frickin'
A
Fest?
firkin.
Frickin' Fest, March 2nd. If you don't know what that is, check it out. A bunch of brewers are going to be there. Brandon's going to be there.
That's not a selling point. I mean,
It's a selling point, I promise you. Selling point. But I challenge you guys to watch the show. Check out Two Times. It's something that, Tom has been doing great a long time. And Duffy and I are in the tap room or in the brew room right now doing some cool things right now too. So
absolutely. And as you know, we're the Two Beerded Guys. I'm TBG_Ops guy.
Modog BQ.
Behind the mic, camera, whatever the hell this is right now.
I'll scream Matt.
Guys, follow us everywhere, and hell, see us next week because
Great
we're
show.
back doing this
Great
shit.
show. They were awesome.
You know,
They were awesome.
Tim
I
Northwest
love
said
that,
the same
man.
thing. Said fun show, guys.
Thanks, guys. We love
Thank
you.
you.
Later.
cheers, guys.